Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge Studios.
Let's ride.
Boy, yeah, they call him the Riot. Born and raised in the swamps, on the fight like a tiger. He going beast mode, baby, he a beast though. What you think he supposed to do? You pitch a better reload. Get the point.
After further review, the Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Riot Radio.
Here comes Theriot. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers and the Giants lead 4-3 in the 10th.
104.5, 104.9 ESPN Baton Rouge, 100.3 ESPN New Orleans.
This is legit, dude. Check me out. I got camo paint on my face.
Riot Theriot hitless in 4 at-bats.
When it's 20 degrees, Matt, and you're sitting in a deer stand, it's freezing cold.
Okay,
you
I'm
need
talking-
a beanie on your head.
Our weekly visit with Ryan Theriot is brought to you by Buoy Outfitters. Buoy Outfitters, your home for everything outdoors.
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Muso. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. Yeah, brah! How are you, man?
Doing great. Beautiful day. Stopped raining finally.
I know. It did stop raining just in time for a little weekend baseball out at the box. Huge series.
Biggest game of the year is tonight.
You can't hold anything back.
This is it.
Last game of the season. You can't hold anything back.
Tomorrow, biggest game of the year.
And then Sunday.
Biggest game of the year.
And then Tuesday against Northwestern State.
Not the biggest game of the year.
Not important at all. No, not really at all. So, LSU and Alabama this weekend. You have a feeling on the vibe of the team? Maybe you know some of the players who play baseball for LSU, and maybe they could have told you what they think about things right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I think these guys know the importance of this weekend. I wouldn't say like cockiness, but there's a confidence about them. They understand that this weekend is big. I'll say this though: when you're in the moment, when you're playing the season, it's hard to look out, 2-3 weeks or a week or whatever. Like, are you going to make the regional?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to make the postseason? You have to focus in on that one game and that one series, and
kind of what fans do in media.
Yeah,
we talk about big picture.
That doesn't happen a whole lot. Speaking to a couple of the guys recently, hey, what do you think? You think we're going to make the postseason? You think
They don't know.
It's just.
I know the answer. If you lose this series, you've got no shot.
You got no chance. Yeah.
If you lose this series to Alabama, you're out. You got no shot. You would have to win the SEC tournament to get an automatic berth. That's it. If you lose this series, it's a home series against a team that has a comparable record, that is a lower RPI than you, but a better conference record than you. You got to win the series.
Yeah.
There's just no way around it. LSU tonight, Landon Marceau is going to be on the bump, and they're going to take on Tyler Raz. 5.68 ERA, 42 strikeouts, and 63 and a third innings pitched.
What's his record?
6-2. Here's the interesting thing. He's 6-2. They're going to throw Dylan Smith in game 2, who's 1-6 on the year. But 93 strikeouts in 70 and 2/3 innings pitched.
So he either punches guys out or gives up lasers. One of the two.
Kind of seems like it,
Yep.
right? It's interesting because Bama started really a lot like LSU did this year. LSU started 1-8. Bama started 2-7 in the league. And then they kind of found their footing, went on a little bit of a run, got back into it. And then last weekend they ran into Vanderbilt. They only played 2 of the 3 games, but lost them both, and they would have been swept. Yeah. So Bama's going to play 1 fewer game this year, but they're 11-12 in the conference right now, and LSU's 9-15.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably fair to say that they're in the same position, same boat LSU is right now.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna get the best you can from both of these teams. I think it's going to be interesting for me to see how the game's managed on both sides. The way that Paul kind of does this deal. Is it we're just scrapping 1 or 2 runs every inning and trying to win the game, or are you playing for the following day or the following? And I would imagine starting last week that he would have kind of changed some things up a little bit, and so we'll see. I mean,
who would you DH today?
Oh man,
it's basically
it's gotta be
Beloso or Drost or Arnold.
I thought Arnold swung the bat.
Would
great
you?
last
But would
week.
you?
Midweek
give Arnold the opportunity because he hit against a team where literally everybody hit?
Yeah.
Why?
It's confidence, the confidence thing. I mean,
he's hitting 166 in conference play. I'm going to negate an entire season because he hit on a Tuesday night?
Yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, I think he can hit. I think he's a hitter.
But he hasn't hit all year in conference play.
Numbers don't show that. He's been in and out, sporadic. It's hard to get that consistency when you're not playing every day. I guess you could say the same for Drost the other night when you throw him in there and he doesn't swing the bat well. But again, you haven't had at bats, So going on your point, you'd hit Beloso, but I think Beloso has the opportunity probably,
Beloso got 2 hits the other night.
No, he did. Beloso or Arnold would be the 2 I would go with. I personally think Zach Arnold at some point in his baseball career is going to be a pro. I think it's is it a Jake Slaughter type deal when he struggled?
I'll buy that.
He struggled tremendously, and then all of a sudden you look up and he's playing in Double-A for the Cubs, knocking the cover off the ball. I mean, I think he's that type of guy. I think he needs at bats and needs to be on the field. So.
And by the way, I lobbied for Slaughter to play, but and that was a Jake Slaughter, Chris Reed question, if you remember. But the difference is that team had nobody that could hit the ball. It could double off the wall or hit a homer. Mm-hmm. I mean, Zach Watson was your cleanup guy on that team. They had no power. Slaughter might have gone 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a homer, but if that one swing was going to produce runs, that team needed it.
Yeah.
I think you've got power up and down this lineup and guys that can hit. Especially against this team, especially tonight, against a guy that doesn't strike out a lot of hitters, I want a guy that's I know is going to put the ball in play, and that's Beloso.
Yeah, okay, you put Beloso in there and put Arnold at second. How's that sound?
And you bench Drew Bianco?
Oh, he's not going to do that.
Why not?
He's not benching him. He's riding the hot hand. He's not benching him.
I'll give him credit, man.
Yeah, no, he's done well.
Drew Bianco is a guy who we talked about a lot early in the season. Throughout his career, he's been strikeout prone. I mean, he has struck out in almost 40% of his career at bats. That is an astonishing number. Mm-hmm. But in conference play this year, he's hitting 286.
Yep.
He has hit the ball in conference play since he's been given a chance in that series against Ole Miss.
He has.
3 straight weekends, he's hit the ball.
And he can really defend at second. I mean, he made a play the other night, a double play that I think people probably took for granted when he did this. When you flip the ball like an option
NFL
pitch. Guy flipping the option.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
NFL doesn't really do the option.
Excuse me, football.
Yeah.
That's one that we teach. You teach either the underhand flip, the drop step in the throw, or the option. The option is probably the easiest once you figure it out. But I would say he was 30 feet from the base.
Mm-hmm.
He did the option, and it was on the money, perfect. It's like Roberto Alomar used to do that back in the day.
There's a ball he snagged behind second base.
It was probably 4 or 5 steps to his left. He gets in front of it, catches it, option missile right to the shortstop. He turns the double. I mean, it's a professional play.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a nice play. When he did it, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
who's this guy? Then he made the diving deal. Like, he's defended really well at second. He has. I like him there. So maybe he plays.
Who?
Drew.
Who?
Drew.
Drew who?
I like Drew. Just going to go there.
So now that he's playing well, you're not going to call him Bianca?
Go Drew. You know what we could
You're going to go Bianco, or you're just going to stick with Drew?
You know what Paul could do?
What could he do?
Like, he could do what he did last week. He could just change the entire team, after the second inning.
Well,
all you guys are benched. Next. That would work. It worked the other night.
Well, Jake Wyeth dropped the ball.
Benched.
Gio misplayed.
Never happens. Benched.
Jordan Thompson had a couple errors.
Benched.
Later said he was sick.
Benched.
Doesn't matter. Gone.
See ya. Beat it. Hit the showers.
You bum.
Who's next?
That might have been it at that point.
Anybody pitch bad?
Were there more?
Anybody?
Oh, yeah. Well, they had like 8 guys pitch.
Benched.
All
benched.
of them.
Benched.
Gone,
Benched.
gone,
All of
gone,
them. Beat
gone.
it. Next. I like that.
Money and Vittmeyer were the only ones that didn't give up runs. The first 6 pitchers all gave up runs.
They all got benched.
Benched. Love it.
You know what? I like that. Short hook, man. Good for you, Paul.
Get out of here.
Kid makes an
Get
error.
out of here.
Beat it.
Beat it, jerk.
Strike out. Beat it.
Strike it.
Hit the showers.
Coach, there are literally no more players. I'll go hit.
Yep. Allen, go hit.
Frankes, get out of the booth and go hit.
Frankes. Oh, baby.
Hey, Bill. Bill. Go run for Milazzo. Big weekend for the Tigers. All right, it's after further review. Brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Theriot's here. Let me knock out a quick break. Ton to get to. Glad you're here. Stick around, AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Darren James and Associates, powered by eXp Realty. Every home listed by every company, all in one place. Agent225.com. Baton Rouge real estate market is on fire right now. So why do you need a realtor? Because do you know how to properly price your home? How do you set up showings? What about inspections? What about closings? What about title, contracts, license, all that stuff? Do you know anything about all that? There's a reason that 73% of people that list their home for sale by owner end up hiring a realtor. Save yourself the time. Save yourself the frustration. Call Darren James. And remember, I tell you this all the time, but Darren has a network of buyers where he can tap into and potentially sell your home off market. You won't even have to go through the process of pictures and showings and all of that. Call Darren James to get your home sold. 335-7666, 335-7666 for Darren James.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
A certified pre-owned vehicle means that it's been certified by factory-trained technicians. It meets a stringent criteria of over 155-point inspection. We want to make sure that vehicle is mechanically sound and that we have a warranty to back it up. There's no mileage limitation. You can be assured that you're driving a vehicle, you got a good value, you'll get that special financing, those special incentives on certain models, and some of the other amenities that you get with the certified pre-owned vehicle.
Have you been issued a ticket for texting, speeding, or other traffic violations? Have you made a mistake? We all have. You're not a bad person. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown at 225-343-1111 or connect with us online at ocbrown.com.
What if you could truly energize your body and mind from the most fundamental level? Your cells. Cellivate is a revolutionary health-aware approach to energy, focus, and mood enhancement, packing everything you need to optimize your mind and body from the inside out. The unique formula combines top-notch cellular energizers, nootropics, herbal extracts, and powerful antioxidants, all in one sugar-free 12-ounce can. Elevate your cells. Cellivate.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
The 2021 Smoke 'em If You Got 'em fundraiser, presented by Mockler Beverage. Sunday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. at Ben 77 in Perkins Row. Benefiting the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation. With live music, great food, and an amazing atmosphere. Raise money to support local law enforcement and first responders. Tickets are $100. Get yours at the door or Smoke'emBR.com. That's Smoke'emBR.com.
Service Master Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Can you feel it? Spring is almost here, and if you got a new boat for Christmas or you just want to take your boat to a new level, you want front-to-back boat service, HD displays, live sonar that show the fish before you cast, trolling motors. At front to back, they got not one, but 2 NMEA certified techs for all of your marine electronic needs. How does a brand new speaker sound?
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, the Riot Radio Hour with Ryan Theriot and Matt Moscona, presented by Buoy Outfitters.
Yesterday, if you were here near the end of the show, it was a very odd day. By the way, how do you feel in studio right now? How do you feel the air temperature is? Are you comfortable?
I'm good.
You're comfortable? Muse, are you comfortable?
I'm good today, man.
Yeah, okay. Paulie, are you comfortable?
It's a little on the cold side.
Okay. So I'm warm in here today. So if you were here, I'll do this very, very quickly.
Do it.
Do you remember downstairs it was an ice box in there? Do you remember that? It was either freezing or super hot.
The morgue?
Yeah, right.
Yep.
On the second floor studio. We moved up here. Everyone who's been in the studio says the studio is always freezing. I feel like I'm the only person who's never cold in here. Yesterday, I was freezing. We all talked about it. It's like, this is what you all complain about all the time. I have no idea why, but yesterday it was very cold in here, and today I find it actually kind of warm-ish. You?
Yeah, I mean, I have shorts on today.
Yes.
Which yesterday would have been impossible.
They both had jackets on yesterday in the middle of May.
Well, I wear the long sleeve shirt in here because I'm always cold.
Are you?
Always.
And I'm never cold. So anyway, it's actually very nice. The other thing we decided yesterday was that I'm going to start standing during the show.
You should.
I feel like I have better energy. I'll tell you the other thing with it as well. I hate this chair. T-Bob, who is a significantly larger human than I, has obliterated every chair in the studio because he sits in it, and I just don't think it's meant for that much weight.
And every pen.
Yes, and he chews on every pen and then leaves them. It's very gross, and he spills things, and he's very unkempt. But anyway, I get very frustrated. You know this about me. I'm kind of temperamental in that respect.
A little bit. Face gets red.
I can get triggered.
Yep. Yeah.
But I know this about myself, and I watch this. If you're watching, you'll see this. Okay, so you see where I am. Just notice maybe my head right along. Okay, here onto this, like where I am with respect to that.
Yep.
This chair just popped up about 6 inches. Now look how high I am there.
Oh, look at
that.
Does mine do that?
Probably. Yep, it did. That's what I'm saying. The hydraulics on these chairs are screwed because they've just been wrecked. So I get Paul knows this. We try to frame the shots. I hate it. So I'm just tired of these chairs. So I hate these chairs very much.
I think you should do the show from down there.
Well, this is my two options. Because if I do the show from way down here, for those watching, I just lower, or not watching, I just lowered the chair all the way to the bottom. So basically my neck is even with the set now. I either do the show way down here so I never have to worry about the hydraulics of the chair anymore.
Gone.
Right? My feet are on the ground. I'm good. And now I look like you normally look like when I'm sitting at normal height next to you.
That's not true.
That is true.
No, and it's not funny either.
Yeah, it's a little funny. Or I can stand, get this chair out of the way, and I got a little space. I can explore the studio space, as Bruce Dickinson said.
Bruce said that.
Mm-hmm. Explore the studio space.
So you get. Well, I'm going to stand if you're going to.
What do you think? You want to stand?
Try it.
All right. Mr. The Riot's going to stand. Look how short he is. It makes you look even shorter, man. So funny.
Oh, my gosh.
And you do look so short, doesn't he? He looks like Musso. Sorry, Moose. Not really, though. You should lower the chair, though.
How's this? Feel good.
You like to stand?
I like it.
Well, look, here's what you got to do with this. Look, you got to break that little jimmy right there. You can get it up close to you.
Stop putting it right in my face like that.
Well, I had to put it right in your face.
Like that.
It's got to go in your face.
In your face.
That's how it's got to go. All right. Oh, by the way.
Face.
So this is one change, perhaps. Give us some feedback. Muse, what was the poll results yesterday? Can you check? we asked the question, should Matt sit or stand during the show? We asked that maybe you can let us know if you find that. So this is potentially one change. The other is that starting next week, Mr. The Riot will be back in his 4 o'clock slot here from 4 until 6 instead of 3 to 5. We made this switch during baseball season because Mr. The Riot's son, Houston, was playing for the Dunham Tigers. Now that the baseball season has expired, Mr. The Riot can start joining us again. Big Bad Rye guy here.
4 o'clock. That's better for you.
From 4 to 6 p.m. That's better for the show. It's what people have come to know. It's how they drive home on Fridays. Yeah. They don't want the last thing they hear before the weekend to be me at 5 o'clock. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to go in their weekend with me. They want you. That's what they want. That's why you're here. It's what you do. What you got to give the people what they
want. 71% stand.
Stand. Maybe we play the REM song, Stand. Maybe that's our new theme.
It's a good song.
How was Dunham Tiger baseball season, by the way?
It was good. It was good. Yeah, it was a good season.
Lost in the playoffs?
Yeah, first season for my brother Wes, who's the head coach over at Dunham this year.
Oh, is that why Houston got to play?
Yeah, well, that's probably why he didn't get to play that much, actually.
I'm kidding, by the way. For those who think that I'm not. That was just a joke.
Yeah, no, it was a very successful season. They had some injuries late, a couple arms that went down, and I think it would have probably ended a little bit differently had they had those guys. But it is what it is. Baseball, kids get hurt, whatever. But man, I tell you, dude, there was a game. So the first round they played Catholic High New Iberia at Dunham, and the place was packed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 6, 7 people.
As many people as you could get in the area that was there, and it was
8 or 9.
And it was like, dude, it was the atmosphere that you want for high school baseball, and it was really, really cool and unique. And I saw a couple clips of the championship in Sulphur. They got the big stadium.
Where do they play it?
I can't remember the name of the park, but there's a park with a bunch of different fields over in Sulphur.
Okay.
For the championship.
If somebody knows, post in the chat or something, or text me.
And it was kind of like that I don't want to say ghost town.
Shout out Madeline Adams, this is the park here. She tweeted this photo. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know the name of the park, but she tweeted that photo.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice park.
And then it is nice.
Little turf infield.
Right. And you can tell how, if you look in the bleachers, I mean, it's not packed by any means, but I mean, there's a few people there. I mean, there's people there. It's not like that championship type atmosphere.
Yeah.
But I just got a problem with it, man. And I started thinking about, like, why do they have to go to Sulphur to play the championships?
Because they bid on it and won it.
Who bid on it and won it?
That stadium or whatever city or town that has that put that out there and bid on it in the same way that, the Lafayette hosts the basketball, or hosted, I don't know if they still do the basketball championships. And I think they rent the Superdome for the football championships.
They probably rent the other parts too, I would imagine. The LHSA rents that. I don't know. I just kind of have a problem with it because going back to the Dunham thing, they probably made more money at the gate, more money in concessions, got more people on their campus, than they did for any game or series that weekend. And then now you go to Sulphur, like, people can't go and there's conflicts. I mean, it's 2.5 hours. I don't know, man. I just got to thinking, and I thought it would be awesome if those games were played at the home campus of the field. They could make that money. They could get that atmosphere. And if it's a 2 out of 3 series, it is. And that's the other gripe that I had. The first 2 rounds of this thing, and it happened to Catholic. The first 2 rounds of this thing is a 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then the semifinals and finals, it's 1 game.
We'll make it all single elimination then.
Or all 2 out of 3.
But you're not going to do that. I mean, Ryan, look, the same thing with the NFL playoffs. It's like the NCAA tournament. I've said this before. Like, everyone loves the NCAA tournament. The NCAA tournament is not the fairest way to crown a champion. Now, you're the champion of that tournament, but it's not the best way to determine a national championship. The best way to determine a champion is what the NBA does. You have to win 4 best-of-7 series. There ain't no doubt who's the best after all that. You got to win 16 games to win an NBA championship. And now they got the play-in thing. Like, that's the fairest way to do it. It's also not practical for high school students, I think, to play that much.
I think it's very practical. If you take away 2 of the stupid games and 3 of the stupid games in the beginning of the season that you don't have to play, you can play those games at the end of the season. Why play a 2 out of 3 series in the quarterfinals, and in the semifinals you play a single game? It's not a representation of that team. We would have won championship every year at Broadmoor if it was a 2 out of 3 series. We should have.
It's easy.
We just didn't have the pitching to go two or three games. Excuse me. We had the pitching to play one game, but the offense to go 2 out of 3. We win every one of them. It's now you go 2 out of 3, then single game. If you don't manage the pitching correctly, then you're out. It just makes no sense to me. And then certain classes do it differently, right? 5A, I think 5A, the first round's one game.
Is that just because they have fewer teams?
I don't know.
Or more teams, maybe?
Probably.
And you have to do a deeper turn. Like, I legitimately don't know. Listen, the format is what it is. That doesn't bother me as much. I mean, every format can be critiqued for how a sport in a certain format elects to crown the champion, whatever. The thing I would say that I would disagree with you. I think playing games on campus sucks. I think one of the appeals of playing a championship game is getting to go to a bigger, nicer venue that you never get to play in. If you're a high school student, you get to go play in the Superdome. That is a reward.
At 10 a.m. in front of 15 people.
We can have,
you know what I mean? That's the stupidest thing in the world.
We can have that conversation, and I completely agree with you. And the fact that they have completely watered down. And listen, this is...
Because what I want to see, truthfully, is I want to see the best team from North Louisiana, whoever that may, always West Monroe or somebody, play Catholic High in the 5A state championship in Baton Rouge. Like, I think that would be, I think everybody would be there. I can remember a game, and I told you this when we were talking about this earlier, at Broadmoor, when they played John Curtis, beat them to go to the championship. It was the semifinals. It was the best football atmosphere that I'd ever been. I mean, the place was packed. The whole neighborhood's at the game at Broadmoor, and it was just electric. You're not going to get that when you're off-site.
I get it.
In the schools.
But it's also a reward to go play in a bigger venue.
You're talking about finance. The kids,
and financially, the school doesn't take the money from
they
postseason,
should.
but they don't. That's an LHSAA sanctioned event.
Well, they should get that money.
Okay, but they don't. Like, you can say they should, but they don't get that money.
That's
an LHSAA event.
But they're the ones hosting.
But you're not hosting it in the same way that when Aack Box Stadium hosts a regional, LSU doesn't get all of that money. That's an NCAA hosted event.
It makes too much sense for the school that's hosting the event, that's staffing the event, that's paying the umpires, gets all the money. Like, that's how that should work.
But that's an LHSAA responsibility. But the thing is also...
But they're not but that's my point,
But they are!
But traction, no, you're not. Like, we have a sanctioning body, okay? And we pay a small fee to that sanctioning body.
In the postseason.
Which is what should happen here. There should be a small fee paid, which there probably is from the schools, to the LHSAA.
They do pay a fee, a membership fee.
And then you get all the money. Like, why did they...
By the way, some tiny schools who make it to championships with crappy venues, who wants to play a state championship game in a small, crappy high school venue?
Well, then go find one close.
But that's not everybody's home venue is a great place to have a championship game. But there were some, I think this year they had state championships in football at some home venues. I think they did basketball as well. And these rinky-dink gyms doesn't feel like it's a big event. That doesn't feel like a reward.
So
that doesn't feel cool.
So playing in the Superdome at 10 a.m. is a reward?
Now,
I think that's
no. That's the difference. You didn't let me finish that point.
And the tweet that you just got.
I want to finish that point. So I agree with you, but that has nothing to do with the venue. That has everything to do with the principals in the state of Louisiana being boneheads. You have people who don't know how to run athletics, who are running public schools throughout our state that are making decisions about athletics that cause this split. And now you got 15 championships, and to cram them all into one weekend or 2 weekends in the dome, you have to play games on Thursday at 10 a.m. And that sucks. That sucks brutally, but that's not the venue. That's the system and the format that's been put in place. That does suck. Absolutely. But it's not the venue. That sucks if you play it in your home field at 10 a.m.
It does.
That's fixable.
And so is this. It's real easy. You play it at the home venues.
No, you do not play at home venues.
And you keep all the money, and you pay your sanctioning fee to the LHSAA, and you go about your business. I mean, and if, to your point about the people that don't have the nice places, find one. Make all the money. I don't think it should be that difficult to do that.
Find one that you then have to pay a fee to rent, and so you cut into the profit that you're talking about.
Okay, you pay $1,000 to rent the place.
It's going to be more than $1,000 for that. Why don't you ask Breck what it costs to rent Memorial or Olympia?
It ain't much more than that. I promise you.
It is more than $1,000.
$1,500.
I know, $1,500. I'll ask.
$1,200. I don't know.
I'll find out. But it's not.
The semifinals for the LHSA baseball were played Wednesday during the day. Like,
Okay.
what are you doing?
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. That's different.
it's in
though.
Lake Charles, like, you
you're
can't
talking
go.
about scheduling. Okay. Scheduling, I'm on board with you. That sucks. That's awful. Change it. Yes, I agree with you on that. No argument whatsoever.
But why
what
is it
I'm
played at
talking
that
about
time, though?
is playing at a home because you have to get so many games in
In one place.
Because
In one place.
because you got so many teams because the stupid principals split the division. There's 15 champions.
In
That's
one place.
the problem.
But if they weren't in one place, you could play them at night at the other place. All different places. They don't have to be there. Like, that's my thing. They don't have to be. It doesn't have to be in the Dome. It doesn't have to be in Lafayette. It doesn't have to be. I mean, you could do it at the home parks.
No.
And let the schools make the money.
The school, you've got to get that out of your brain, bro. The schools are not going to make the money because it's an LHSAA sanctioned event. You've got to get that out of your brain.
But you're paying a sanctioning fee. Why do you still have to pay them the
Have
gate?
that conversation with your boy. Like you're asking bigger picture questions that are written into the rules of all this, and why you have to have sanctioning bodies, and why you have to have an LHSAA and all that crap. Like, that's a higher level convo than what you and I are having right now. My point is, if I were on a high school baseball team and I got to play in a state championship, I wouldn't want to play at my home park. I would want to go to a place that I might because most guys aren't you. Most guys aren't going to get a chance to go play at LSU and play in the major leagues. For most guys, that's the last opportunity they're going to have to ever play competitive baseball, and to get to do it at a place, even if it was the Box or Turchin at Tulane or something like that.
That's better.
That's a neutral site, but it's not this field in Lake Charles or whatever. But you know what I mean? Like,
you do a regional sites like that.
But what if you have what if in 5A you have a North Louisiana team and a South Louisiana team?
Then you got to play a best 2 out of 3 series. The top seed gets 2 games at their place. The bottom seed gets 1 game at their place.
It only happens if you have a North and South Louisiana team. What if both teams are from New Orleans?
Then you play at Turchin or
That's so
wherever.
stupid. Like, you can't, but you have to plan these things, Ryan.
That's
a
great idea.
But you have to plan.
That's what we're doing.
No,
we're planning.
But it takes.
So write all this down. This is good.
But you're basically saying then you have to wait until the semifinals are done to be able to plan your championship.
You already know where they're playing. You have your sites identified.
Until you know who's in it.
But you have your sites identified.
No, see, you got
them.
But you cannot decide that until you have your teams in the finals.
Right, I get it. They're either playing here or here.
But Ryan, these things are determined a year in advance.
Yeah, lock them all down.
You can't lock down every event. Like, why would Traction say, all right, we're gonna hold off. We're just gonna keep this calendar clear for this weekend, a year in advance. Nothing's gonna happen at Traction in the event that this team manages to make it to a championship. Would you do that? Hell no, you wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Of course you wouldn't do that. It doesn't make any sense. It makes sense in your cockamamie scheme, but in actual practicality of trying to operate a championship, which has to be planned a year in advance, that's not practical.
If you could guarantee, let's say you just have 3 of them. You're guaranteeing they're playing there.
But what about an distraction?
You're guaranteeing it's playing. We just don't know what teams are playing there.
But
somebody's playing here at the Box.
Like in Sulphur. Guaranteeing someone's playing there.
They're playing there.
Yeah. And you just called it the armpit of the state, and that nobody wants to go there, and it sucks, and it's not a reward. Now you're basically conceding to move it off of campus.
Play it at I'll move it off of campus regionally.
But Ryan,
I'll play it at McNeese.
But it's not a regional
I'll play it at Louisiana
deal.
Tech.
That's the all right, we're so late. Like, this is, you can't say regional because what if it's West Monroe against John Curtis?
Who's the top seed?
It doesn't matter. But you don't know that until the end of the tournament.
Well, you're going to know it before that.
But Ryan, these are determined a year in advance.
Yeah, that's why you lock them down. That's what I'm telling you.
But you can't determine it if you can't guarantee a game's going to be played there.
You're guaranteeing it.
You don't know if a game is going to be played there.
It's a 2 out of 3 series.
You just said who's the higher seed. Well, you don't know who the higher seed's going to be playing in that game until you play the tournament.
No, they're playing at both places. The higher seed gets 2.
That's
the
fantastic.
Lower seed gets
now
1.
We're going to try, and then you don't know who's going to have 2 games, who's going to have 1 game.
That's the advantage.
That's not the advantage because no venue would agree to that.
Well, I don't know if they'll agree to it or not.
That's the point.
But that's my idea.
Your idea is awful.
No, it's not. It's a great idea.
It is an awful idea.
No.
There's no practical way to execute that idea.
There sure is. And I'm
Your
gonna
idea
figure
can
it out.
kick rocks, and that's a terrible idea. It's AFR. Stick around.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Ichiban, Essen near Perkins. I can't believe you actually had me in some manner defending something about the LHSAA.
Your energy level is good.
Thank you. I like it because we're standing.
It's good.
It is because we're standing. You know what else?
What?
Ichiban, That has nothing to do with the LHSAA or anything we're talking about, except I got to do the Ichiban read now.
Good.
Do you love Ichiban?
Yeah, I love sushi.
Little Moscona roll action.
Moscona rolls are good.
Yep. You know what else?
The Riot roll's so good.
They don't have a Riot roll, but I bet we could probably work that out. Essen near Perkins, best sushi, best hibachi, and the best of 225. And from our friends at Ichiban, their latest concept is Bo-Ru Ramen. Bo-Ru Ramen in Electric Depot on Government Street. You've been there.
I have.
I've been there. Oh, by the way.
It's a little ice cream joint right there.
Yeah. Sweet Society. Right next door to it. Japanese delectables. It's really good.
Wow.
Yeah. In Electric Depot on Government Street. Bo-Ru Ramen, Sweet Society attached to it. Check it out right there. Government Street.
You check it out.
You check it out. It's Bo-Ru Ramen. I've been there. Electric Depot on Government Street.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Hanging with Hanny. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
50 years ago on Easter Sunday, Breck's Baton Rouge Zoo proudly opened our doors, and we've been hopping ever since. 5 decades of connecting people with animals, teaching our community about the problems facing wildlife and how we can help, and working with zoos across the world to protect endangered species. Today, our future is taking flight by stretching the possibilities of what your zoo can become, while we keep it fun and affordable for everyone. Thanks for coming along.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
It's no secret, the best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
No matter what type of exercise you like to do, let Spectrum Fitness be a part of your exercise routine. Our low monthly rates and variety of choices will keep you moving toward your fitness goals. Come by and check us out today. Spectrum.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, the Riot Radio Hour with Riot Radio and Matt Moscona, presented by Buoy Outfitters.
We're literally like ready for a break again. We went so long. I know. We're gonna ask Ryan. Just gonna be really short. Hey,
What's the advantage of being the high seed, though?
Tell people about Buoy, and put in you gotta lower your chair too. If we're going to stand. You know what I mean? Like, because now your chair's kind of awkwardly. You have to sit in it. Like, sit in it. And then there it is on that side. Lower it. Yep. You got to wait on the back. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Now push it under.
That was like a ride.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a ride, for the little guy.
Do that again.
It's a ride like when you ride the teacups.
It's a little ride right there.
All right. Tell people about Buoy Outfitters and all the good stuff that's happening over there.
It's time, man. Go get the fishing stuff at Buoy Outfitters. They got it all.
All of
Weather's
it.
getting nice. Rods, reels, you name it. They had the reel bar. They're kind of redoing the thing and put the glass over it and all that stuff. You can touch it, feel it, get the rod, the reel that you want. Every lure in stock at Buoy Outfitters, they got them. Tons of professionals in the back that can guide you on whatever type of fish you're trying to catch. Also, apparel, Huck, sunglasses, Costa, Marucci. They got it all. Buoy Outfitters. Check them out for all your fishing needs. BuoyOutfitters.com.
This is a world record.
You're a world record.
Well, this is. Everyone disagrees with you.
Well, then everyone's stupid.
Joe Morgan.
He was a decent player.
Pretty good. Tell Ryan that's a great example of a horrible idea.
Shut up, Joe.
Storm DeWitt.
Sweet name.
I think Theriot's screwing with you, LOL. No, he's dead serious.
He is serious.
I am serious. Ethan Guidry. Matt, I completely agree. When I was in high school, they moved the state finals from Zephyr Stadium to North Park in Denham.
Yep.
I remember being so bummed because even if we did make the finals, we couldn't play in the nice park.
But you didn't make the finals.
And I went to EA, which was one of the best parks in the state.
You should have stayed at EA because you'd had a home field advantage. See, you guys are dumb. You're not even thinking about it. The top seed or whoever gets you have home field advantage.
Joe Schmopt. As a smart guy, Theriot was a heck of a baseball player. Raymond Moore.
It's not funny.
I will always remember playing in the Superdome in high school 3A championship. We lost, but coming from Patterson was amazing. You're right about the venue.
In front of 10 people at 4
Doesn't
o'clock
matter.
in the afternoon on a Tuesday.
Doesn't matter.
If you'd have played at home, you might have won. You guys are missing the whole point. It's a Superdome. Who cares? And your school at Patterson didn't make any money. That's what you guys aren't thinking.
But Ryan,
You're not,
all right,
you're not even thinking.
We're not going to rehash the whole thing again. Even if you, when your school hosts,
You know what? I'm gonna give you the Superdome. I'll give it to you. Okay.
when your
I'll give you the
school
dome.
hosts an early round playoff game, you don't make the school doesn't make the money off of that.
Right. I get it.
So it doesn't. So,
but it still makes me angry.
I'm with you. Okay, you can be angry about it. Be an angry little guy. You're an angry elf.
I'm angry about that.
You're an angry elf.
It's not right. They should make the money. They're staffing it. They got to buy all the stuff for the concession stands. Now you got to split that money. That's stupid. And I'll give you the Superdome. I'll give you that.
And what about the guy who just talked about? He would have rather played at Zephyr.
Well, apparently he never played at Zephyr. Okay, because
Ryan,
we're not
that's-
talking about Yankee Stadium here. Grow up.
But that's the point, man.
And North
Like,
Park stinks. I think we can all agree
That's what
with
he's
that.
saying.
And it does.
He was so disappointed.
I would be
that's-
too.
But Ryan, that's what he's saying, man. Like that's where. And
Where did he go to school?
He's
EA?
at EA.
Then they
Like,
should have played it at EA.
But here's the point that I think that you miss being that you got to do what most humans never get to do. Like most humans never get a chance to play at Aack Box Stadium or in major league venues. Like most are never going to do that, man, ever. So the opportunity to play on a field where like the chalk is fresh and in line, like the batter's box has been freshly chalked with the cool little, thing that they use.
The chalker.
The home plate is actually clean. There are stands aside from just like the little 5-row wooden bleacher over there where mom and dad's. You know what?
Where are you talking about? That doesn't exist anymore. Have you been to your alma mater's baseball field?
They're an outlier.
They're all nice. Have you been to EA?
Ryan.
Santa Ma? Dutchtown? These places are gorgeous, dude, and they hold a lot of people. What you're
It's
talking
not
about doesn't
a place
exist.
with a grandstand.
What isn't?
Any of those places. They still have
False.
bleachers.
But they have big bleachers. Like
It doesn't matter. I'm talking about a place where you have like a venue, a structure, a grandstand,
I'm gonna
a
give you
scoreboard.
I'll give you an example here. And I know
we're way late.
I know that. San Diego Petco Park.
Yeah.
You've been there, haven't you?
No, never been to San Diego.
Okay.
I would say that's the one place in the country I've never been that I'm like, I need to go there.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I know. That's number one on my places I haven't been and want to go list.
The grass is perfect. That chalk you were talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Perfect.
So good.
I'm talking there's everything, the height, the stands, beautiful sound system on point, lights perfect, backdrop perfect. You know who goes to the game? Nobody. You know what you want to know what it's like playing in San Diego, Matt?
What?
It's the worst place to go play. That's what happens to these poor children when they have to go play in these big venues. Nobody goes to.
And nobody goes to their high school games anyway.
Yeah,
Listen,
but they would go if it was the finals. They would go.
Ryan, everybody has spoken. You've lost
No,
this. You've
five
lost.
morons have spoken.
You've lost this in a very big way.
I'm going with it.
You can go with it.
I'm going with it.
And you know what you're going to be? You're going to be like Jerry Maguire walking out with the fish. Who's coming with me?
I don't know
and
what that
nobody's
means.
following you.
I don't know what that means.
You never seen Jerry Maguire?
Yeah, I have, but I think that's stupid.
You know when he leaves and he's like, "Who's coming with me?" and nobody follows him?
Oh.
That's you. You're that guy right now.
I'm taking this all the way to the top.
What's the top? I can't believe
The
we
principles.
wasted well, you need to. I can't believe we wasted half an hour yelling at each
They
other.
need to get the money.
Okay. Then you should make sure that they get that.
I'm going to show them the money. That's Jerry Maguire, too.
Oh, good job.
Yep. I don't
That's
know
a
if you knew
good
that.
job.
That's
I
Jerry
did not
Maguire.
know that.
He
Show me
did.
the money.
He said that.
Show me the money, Jerry.
Yep.
Show you the money. No, show me the money.
Tom Cruise.
I want you to say it.
Show me the money.
Louder, Jerry.
Yeah. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Louder.
Show me the money.
You're not doing it louder. Okay. I apologize for the last 30 minutes. But it might have been good.
I got a problem.
What's your problem?
I need a solution.
Okay, let me knock out our final break here of hour number 1. We'll come back. We will have we'll do Ask Ryan. I apologize, it'll be abbreviated, but we will do Ask Ryan. Get your questions. Email us, tweet us, jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat. You can text the show 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. AFR.
AFR.
If you want to turn your outdoor area into a beautiful showplace, Pinnacle Exterior Construction can make that happen. You want a custom pool? Pinnacle can build it. You want a custom outdoor kitchen? Pinnacle can build it. You need a fence, deck, bulkhead? Pinnacle can build it. Look for that Pinnacle green. You'll see their signs all over Baton Rouge. More and more people are understanding. Beautiful craftsmanship, custom kitchens at great prices. It's Pinnacle Exterior Construction. Turn your backyard into an oasis, your own personal resort. Pinnacle Exterior Construction can make it happen. PECbuilt.com to start that process. PECbuilt.com. And remember, financing is available as well. So there is an affordable option for anybody if you want to turn your boring backyard into that showplace. Pinnacle Exterior Construction can make it happen. PECbuilt.com.
At Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA, $2,000 can get you into a new Camry for $299 per month. That's $299 per month. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
The 2021 Smoke 'em If You Got 'em fundraiser, presented by Mockler Beverage. Sunday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. at Ben 77 in Perkins Row, benefiting the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation. With live music, great food, and an amazing atmosphere. Raise money to support local law enforcement and first responders. Tickets are $100. Get yours at the door or smokembr.com. That's smokembr.com.
Have you been issued a ticket for texting, speeding, or other traffic violations? Have you made a mistake? We all have. You're not a bad person. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown at 225-343.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. The Riot Radio Hour with Riot Radio and Matt Moscona, presented by Buoy Outfitters.
We're going to get to Ask Ryan. Get your questions in. Ask Theriot anything about anything. Fire away. Tweet us. Text us in the 225-396-4400. 396-4400. Jason Este. Horrible idea, Ryan. Nick DeRanger. Ryan's argument is more.
You're only reading the bad ones. Read the ones where they're right, agreeing with me.
Dean Stewart. Tell Ryan to kick rocks.
That's not true.
I'm reading them.
Yeah, there's just the bad ones.
Matt Phelps tweeted a picture and said, semifinal game on a Thursday in Sulphur. People will go whenever, wherever it is. Picture of a full stadium in Sulphur.
I've got one. You ready? Play in local communities. So much better for baseball.
Yeah, great. You read the one from Richard Tilley, who just sent that to us on our Hudco group chat.
That's the only nice one I got.
Whatever, right.
That's the one I got, and he was right. He believes.
Whatever. He's sour because his kid goes to Catholic, and they just lost. And I love Catholic, but come on. And I love Tilley, but give me a break.
I like the Superdome. The baseball thing is stupid. And the Cajun Dome's dumb, too.
You're stupid.
Let the schools make the money, man. Stop taking money out of the schools' pockets.
I'll hear that argument about schools making money. It's just not the way it's set up right now. Ask Ryan.
Sulphur. This feels stupid.
Ask Ryan, do midweek games ever matter?
Yeah, I think they matter.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's hour two, is us arguing about midweek games. Ask Ryan, do you leave Gio on the bench? Giacomo.
No.
Yeah, who'd you put in?
I mean, wasn't he on fire last week?
He had a rough week against Arkansas. No, he hit well against Arkansas. He was
This baseball's so
he
easy.
He was 4 for 5 in game 2, wasn't he?
Yeah, then he had those a cramp thing. He had a rough weekend against Auburn.
Auburn was the
He
best.
struggled against Auburn last week.
All right.
Baseball's so easy.
Yeah, right. Bad weekend.
Plays.
Bench.
I thought he was their best hitter. I don't know.
Ryan Dunn. Ask Ryan. Why not play each Class of state title game at a different location?
There you go. Good idea.
It's a terrible idea.
I like that.
Why?
I think it's a great idea.
Why?
Why do they all have to go to Sulphur and play at 10 a.m.?
What's the benefit of playing in 14 different locations?
You shouldn't have 14 classes. Let's start there.
I agree with that. Yeah. Now we're getting somewhere.
And every team should make the playoffs. I'm not going to say any names.
There
was a team in Baton Rouge that was horrible and made the playoffs.
You should say names.
They're actually the 5 seed, made the playoffs, first round. It's as the 5 seed loses 22-0. Stupidest thing in the world.
Ask Ryan, can we just say LSU baseball isn't that good this year?
I mean, I think we've said that.
Yeah.
I think everybody.
I think we've all said that from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I've never said that. Actually, what I've said very adamantly is, in no way should that be an acceptable norm, but it's the reality for this year. So
that's what it is.
Let's get better and get in the damn regional.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Whatever. Ask Ryan, would you ever consider coaching at LSU?
I've considered it. Mm-hmm. Not recently, but a few years back. Yeah.
All right. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Hour number 2, coming up next.
AFR.
Brought to you by Shawbill's Tire and Auto Service, ShawbillsTire.com. 18 locations in South Louisiana. Find the location nearest you at ShawbillsTire.com. Bumper-to-bumper auto service, name brand tires at wholesale prices. What if I told you hypothetically that somebody had a nail in their tire and they brought it to Shawbills, what do you think would happen?
They would change it or fix it for free.
They would fix that.
They'd fix it for free.
They'd fix that hole in the tire
For free.
For free?
No charge.
What
Happened
if,
to me.
What if you didn't buy the tire there?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, really?
You bring it in. Hey, I got a nail in my tire. Okay, bring it around back. We'll take a look at it. They fix it for free.
Why would they do that?
Because that's just the type of people they are.
It is.
Yeah, and you know what, man? It's how you create customers in the future as well. It's smart.
It's very true.
Yep.
They treat you like family. They've done it for more than 50 years. 18 locations in South Louisiana. Bumper-to-bumper auto service and name brand tires at wholesale prices. ShawBillsTire.com. Check them out. Shawbills, where we keep you rolling.
A certified pre-owned vehicle means that it's been certified by factory-trained technicians. It meets a stringent criteria of over 155-point inspection. We want to make sure that vehicle is mechanically sound and that we have a warranty to back it up. There's no mileage limitation. You can be assured that you're driving a vehicle, you got a good value, you'll get that special financing, those special incentives on certain models, and some of the other amenities that you get with a certified pre-owned vehicle.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Have you been arrested for DUI or other traffic violations? Have you made a mistake? We all have. You're not a bad person. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown at 225-343-1111 or connect with us online at ocbrown.com.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
Well, I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Callahan Injury Lawyers. Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios.
Let's ride. You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again.
Please, sir. I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour is presented by Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Every time he says, let me find out your stomach's bigger than your gut. Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar and Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
You so. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Yeah, Brett. You feeling any better over there? Had a little time in the break.
Feel good.
To get over the fact that everybody disagrees with you on something?
Not true.
It is. If you missed hour 1, you should go back and listen to it about how wrong Ryan is. LSU baseball tonight against Alabama. Bottom of this hour, our really good friend Sharief Ishaq is going to join us. He is an expert on all things Frat.
Okay.
And we normally dig into the bag of tricks for this one only when LSU plays Alabama, although there are other chief offenders, Ole Miss, for example.
Auburn.
But, well, not as much. Ole Miss for sure.
You remember Dominic Rich?
Nope.
Yeah. Coulter Bean?
Mm-hmm.
Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Coulter is a good one.
There's a pitcher last week for Auburn who looked a dead ringer for Coulter Bean. Looked like Coulter Bean coming out. As a matter of fact, Coogan on the on our companion show referenced Coulter Bean last week.
Cougar came on a companion show.
He did. The Cougar came on.
Nice, my guy.
Your guy. So, anyway, Sharief Ishaq is going to join us at the bottom of this hour to play a game. Is it an Alabama baseball player or a fictional fraternity name?
I like this game. Can I play?
Sure.
Okay, I want to play.
We'll put Sharief to the test. Our friend Mr. The Ride here can join as well. That's coming up at the bottom of this hour. I'm glad you've calmed down a little bit.
I wasn't fired up. You were the one that got all fired up.
You yelled a little bit.
No.
But sometimes I know you get upset about things, and you emote differently than I do. I get red-faced and yell on the radio.
I like to put my emotions down on the iPhone.
I mean, yeah. You don't actually write. You type in your
Although I have written this before. Not this, but the letters.
You've written your letters?
Yeah. Like when we started it out.
This one you typed in your phone?
I typed this one.
Yeah. You just did it in the break, actually.
Yeah, I've been doing it in the break since I got here, actually.
I know. Yeah. But it's really kind of perplexing. I mean, you have like one thing to do all week.
2.
Oh, kick rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Which takes about 60 seconds?
Depending on the day.
Got it.
I mean, if there's a lot of stuff, it takes 60 seconds. If there's like today, there wasn't much. Kick rocks took me a while.
About a minute and a half?
Probably like 7 minutes. I had to, on the way driving over here.
Yeah, like red lights and stuff?
No.
Oh, while you're driving. Yeah, don't do that.
I won't.
Because now you're the guy who you crushed in last week's letter.
Yeah.
The guy who's riding with his blinker on and doesn't know it. The guy who doesn't use the turn signal. And you could be that guy.
Could be. So, this week was an interesting week in the news cycle. And
was it?
Yeah. Something happened, and it was actually pretty devastating. But the repercussions of that.
Elon Musk tweeting about Bitcoin and the price went way down?
No, we're not talking about crypto. My
bad.
Yeah. I know you want to talk about that. Really bad on this show. Crypto and wine. And liquor is what you want to talk about. Whiskey and crypto is all you want to talk about.
And MMA.
And MMA.
I'm going to UFC 262 tomorrow. I'm leaving in the morning, going to Houston.
And you're going to drink a whiskey, and you're going to check your crypto account the entire way over there.
The whole time. My brother-in-law is driving.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll sip my whiskey, check on my crypto accounts.
That's it.
Make a few trades, and get to the hotel, check in.
Check your crypto.
Yeah, of course. And then sit at the bar, have a cocktail.
Yep.
Check my crypto accounts.
Why wouldn't you?
We'll go right next door. I mean, you know where we're staying is at the Westin downtown, which is right there next to Minute Maid.
Yeah.
It's one of those, the big cathedral. It's like Minute Maid Cathedral Hotel. We're at that hotel, and that's right across the drive strip from Vic and Anthony's. So have a nice little dinner at Vic and Anthony's.
You ought to. Check your crypto.
Check my crypto. Have some whiskey. An Uber over to the Toyota Center.
Check
We'll
your
watch
crypto.
the fights. We're gonna watch the fights.
And check your crypto.
In between the fights.
What if you don't have good Wi-Fi in there? Are you going to be panicked? Are you going to walk out of the place to check your crypto if you don't have good Wi-Fi?
Probably.
So let me get to my letter.
I'll be on my data. They better have a booster.
Sorry, Erica. Your cell phone bill was $900, Matt. What were you doing?
Checking my crypto. I got to so I can pay for the cell phone bill.
Oh, you're amazing, bro. I love it.
That's so good.
It is. You're great. Okay, let me get to my
You're great.
Okay, so here we go. Dear hoarders, specifically those who buy hundreds of gallons of gas when news of a possible shortage is reported.
Why do people do that?
Recently,
if you don't hoard it, and there's enough for everybody. Sorry.
Recently, there was a cyber attack.
Musa, turn off my mic. Not really.
Recently, there was a cyber attack on the Colonial Pipeline affecting the delivery of oil.
We'll go stand over there.
You guys familiar?
I'm gonna stand over here so.
I like it when you stand in.
Well, so I don't interrupt you anymore.
You won't. You're good. Just have some self-discipline.
I'm gonna check my crypto.
Recently, there was a cyber attack on the Colonial Pipeline affecting the delivery of oil. Some idiots decided to launch a cyber attack, shutting down the pipe. Oh, what do we do? Are we up? Oh, pay the man.
We are up.
Pay the man. Let me borrow some Bitcoin, dog. All right.
Shut down on the pipeline.
All right.
I'm so distracted.
It is.
It's because I'm standing.
Give me your phone.
No.
Put it down. I feel like you're me right now.
I'm sabotaging your bit.
Yeah.
All
right. Some idiots decided to launch a cyber attack, shutting down the pipeline and demanding roughly $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the media covered this as if it was the end of the world, and everyone panicked. As I scrolled through social media, Matt, pictures began to pop up with morons filling up anything they could find with gasoline. Plastic packing tubs, that you put the kids' toys in. Saw it. Water coolers, like the Powerade coolers that you get the water out of. Garbage cans, plastic bags, gallons of milk jugs, so on and so forth. Up and down the East Coast, people are filling everything they can find with any kind of gas they can find. And you idiots wonder why there's a freaking gas shortage.
I beat you to it. I'm sorry.
Maybe if you wouldn't fill up your kid's plastic kiddie pool with 100 gallons of gas, you'd have some for your car, Karen. Do y'all really think that the government's not going to find a solution to this problem? Nobody will be able to drive ever again. You're going to have to ride a horse or walk to your destination moving forward. That's not going to happen.
Somebody put gas in Tupperware. How are you even going to get it into your gas tank? How are you going to transfer that from Tupperware?
What the hell are you going to do with all the gas?
Right.
What are you doing with it? You got 1 gallon.
Oh, man.
How do you plan on getting 20 gallons of unleaded gas out of the giant garbage bag you loaded it up in? Dude had a contractor bag. Put the gas in it.
No way.
You gonna grab a hose pipe, siphon it out?
Maybe.
Possibly. It's like y'all dummies with the bread and the
man.
toilet paper during the shutdown.
Yeah,
this
right.
is the same thing.
Yep.
If y'all would just limit the amount of places you go and you wouldn't hoard all the gas, we'd be in good shape. You'd probably spend more gas looking for gas stations that actually have gas. I've got an idea. Just stay at home. Don't eat 25 sandwiches a day, right? The bread. Don't push out 15 number 2s so you don't have to wipe your butt all the time with the toilet paper. And stop driving so much. Sincerely, Ryan, but I do have a PS.
Okay.
I actually like the idea of price gouging here. I think it's brilliant. When this happens, gas stations ought to be able to charge as much as they want because then these idiots maybe wouldn't buy it all up.
That's not a bad idea. That's a good idea. I like that.
Stop buying all the gas.
I have an idea.
What you got? Play the playoffs at the home venues? I think you should. I think it's a great idea. That's exactly what we should do.
No. I have an idea to prevent a cyber attack shutting down the pipeline.
Doesn't have to do with crypto.
Blockchain technology.
There we go.
Can't hack it. Crypto. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time.
You don't pay a dime.
752-0001. You know who was at my house yesterday?
River City, 1 Hour Air.
Josh.
With the yellow truck. Van.
Josh from River City's 1 Hour Air.
How'd he do?
I'll put my phone over here because you wouldn't let me talk about crypto anymore.
Did you pay Josh in crypto?
I did not. Why would I do that?
I don't know.
It's an appreciating asset.
You're
Would
right.
give that up. You got to be kidding me.
What am I thinking?
Stupid. But Josh came out to the house. Here he is.
Let me see.
I want to give him a shout out.
Check him out.
Joshua Porter. There he is. See, because I got a picture on my phone.
He's a guy. Look at him.
When they said Josh was on the way. As a matter of fact, scheduled to be at the house at 9. Got to call at about 8:20. Mr. Moscona, our technician's ready to come to your house if you're available. If someone's going to be home. Yep. Send him on. Josh came over. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Preseason AC tune-up. In, out. I paid nothing because I'm a part of the membership club, and you should be as well. 752-0001. They're always on time, or you don't pay a dime.
At Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA, $2,000 can get you into a new Camry for $299 per month. That's $299 per month. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
The 2021 Smoke 'em If You Got 'em fundraiser, presented by Mockler Beverage. Sunday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. at Ben 77 in Perkins Row. Benefiting the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation. With live music, great food, and an amazing atmosphere. Raise money to support local law enforcement and first responders. Tickets are $100. Get yours at the door or smokembr.com. That's smokembr.com.
Service Master Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Can you feel it? Spring is almost here, and if you got a new boat for Christmas or you just want to take your boat to a new level, you want front-to-back boat service. HD displays, live sonar that show the fish before you cast, trolling motors. At Front to Back, they got not one, but two NMEA certified techs for all of your marine electronic needs. How does a brand new speaker system sound? Well, guess what? They do that too. So call 225-928-9644 or go to Front to Back Boat Service.
50 years ago on Easter Sunday, Breck's Baton Rouge Zoo proudly opened our doors, and we've been hopping ever since. 5 decades of connecting people with animals, teaching our community about the problems facing wildlife and how we can help. and working with zoos across the world to protect endangered species. Today, our future is taking flight by stretching the possibilities of what your zoo can become, while we keep it fun and affordable for everyone. Thanks for coming along.
Sports wouldn't be the same without the die-hard fans. That's why we're highlighting the fans that do the most. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge brings you the Citizens Bank.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. The Riot Radio Hour with Ryan Theriot and Matt Moscona, presented by Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge.
How do you feel about standing so far?
I like it.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't hate it.
Got a text from one of my good friends today. Guy I played ball with at Calicut back in the day. Said, hey, man, what's the process to go through to get a roof inspection for some hail damage from Hudco? I said, I got it.
When do you want it?
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry. Because you can always email me, matt@hudcoroofing.com. I'll set up your inspection for you if you want. But you know what else he said?
What did he say?
How do I get one of the hats? Honest to goodness, true story. Wanted a Hudco hat. Kind of a thing.
Well, it's the hottest fashion trend going in 2021. We do have some hats too.
I've got two here because two listeners to the show who live out of town who have requested a hat that'll send. By the way, I'm not mailing a bajillion hats unless if Hudco wants to pay for it. But they asked that you and I sign the hat. So I brought them for you and me to sign.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. I'll sign it. Sure.
HudcoRoofing.com.
Been an active week.
Yeah.
Tons of inspections, a lot of repairs this week. It's been crazy. The phone's been blowing up, though. I guess it's from that weather in the last. We got a ton of rain.
Yeah.
When it rains like that, then you start to see the little spots in your ceiling. There's probably a leak, something going on up there. If you see the little spot in the ceiling, give us a call because that little spot turns into a big problem at some point. Could have some damage up there, and you may not have any damage. But
do you think you would go by and do the inspection?
Oh, yeah. I've done plenty this weather. I don't know, 10-ish this week.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Terrio actually does go on roofs and do inspection. He's a certified shingle master. It's
He is.
not even a question. Like, I'm not even joking. That's a thing. Like, you could have Ryan Terrio show up at your house to do your roof inspection.
Yep. We had a really nice one this week on Highland Road that we just got done. It was a terrible, hail and wind damage and all that stuff. So
Have you ever fallen off a roof?
don't even say that. No.
Have you ever gotten in a fight with?
Maybe.
Has a homeowner cursed you out for doing a bad job?
No.
Oh. That'd be funny.
That hasn't happened.
HudcoRoofing.com. Come by and do a free, no obligation roof inspection. HudcoRoofing.com. You know what you should do? If you're up on a roof, a homeowner curses you out.
Yeah.
You should tell them to kick rocks.
That's right.
Oh, Muse. Oh.
It's now time to kick rocks with Ryan Theriot.
Kick rock.
Presented by Roto-Rooter Plumbing.
NBA can kick rocks
What are you doing?
because they're so dang sensitive.
What are you looking at?
Checking your crypto?
Kick rocks.
As a matter of fact, the NFL can kick rocks too.
We've got rocks. You know what to do.
In that case, then Matt's going to have to kick rocks.
Now let's
Try
see
to
if
get us
Ryan Theriot actually prepared for this week's segment.
I'm going to tell myself to kick rocks. Get on down the road and kick rocks.
Oh, man. Remember when you never prepared for anything?
I do. There were times I would show up with nothing.
I know.
Like
now?
And it probably happened. It wasn't like once in a blue moon either.
That was the norm.
Yeah.
I
But
know.
times have changed. I've turned over a new leaf. I come prepared. When it's time to do it, I do it.
That's true. I think the one in the drop in there when you say I'm gonna tell myself to kick rocks.
That was when
It's because you had no kick rocks.
Nothing.
We threw to kick rocks. We did the open, and you had nothing. And you told yourself to kick rocks.
It's part of the bit, though.
That was not part of the bit.
Well, in my mind, it was. I was like, this will be funny. I convinced myself that. Look at that.
What? Oh, you're getting. Oh, wow.
Okay, should I take this?
Please do.
I'm not going to take it.
No, do it.
Well, it'll go to Richard.
Okay.
Somebody's calling the Hudco line right now as we speak.
Ryan gets calls for Hudco 4-2. Answer it, because if that was someone calling from the show, that would have been really cool.
I'm sure it was.
All right, so how about this? So can I give out the?
I'm going to call him back.
I'm going to give the Hudco number right now on air. See if someone calls. All right, and see if they call and get you right now. All right, 364-1007. 364-1007. 225-364-1007.
Whoever just called me, I have the number. I'm not going to say it.
You're going to call it back? I'm
going to call it back. Okay, kick rocks.
So it rings the office, and then it just forwards the call if it doesn't get picked up. So then it goes to you, to your cell phone?
Yeah, myself or Richard. And or Sam.
Trying to make sure we're always there for people, no matter who's where.
You have a number, too.
No, I don't.
You don't have a number? You had one?
I have a line of people text, but it never rings on that.
Oh.
I would answer if I were you.
Here we go. I have the number. Somebody's calling.
Answer.
Okay.
Okay.
What do I do?
Yeah, just answer it.
Okay, hold on.
You do put them on speaker?
Watch this.
Hold on. Make sure they don't curse.
Hudco Roofing, this is Ryan.
Ryan, what's up?
Hey, man, what's up? How can I help you?
I just heard the number on the radio, so I thought I'd give it a try.
There it is.
Well, you know what? It worked. You're on the radio. What's your name?
Garrett Robertson.
Yeah, it is. Do you need a roof inspection? Or are you good?
No, I'm good.
You're good. Okay. Well, great. Well, look, man, I appreciate
Garrett, do you know anybody who does? Did he hang up?
I don't know.
If I do find someone, I'll let them know.
Please do.
That'd be perfect. We'd appreciate that, Garrett. My phone's blowing up right now with calls, actually. Hey, Garrett, thanks for the call, man. We'll talk to you soon, okay? Need a roof, call
You're
us.
not actually going to talk to him soon.
I will. See y'all later.
See you, Garrett. There's no reason for you to talk to Garrett. You said we're going to talk to you soon. Why would you talk? He doesn't need a roof.
I've missed 4 calls.
Well, Garrett's the one that got through.
Here's 5.
Get another one.
He's the one that just called me.
Take it. See if they actually need. Put it on speaker so we can hear.
All right, hold on.
Put it on speaker, and then let's see who this is.
Hudco Roofing, this is Ryan speaking. How can I help you?
Hello, Ryan. This is Chuck Knockhand.
Hey, Chuck Knockhand. How can I help you?
I need a roof inspection, my friend.
Oh, man, that's great, Chuck. I love that.
I heard you on the radio.
Chuck, you're on the radio, too, and I appreciate the call. And we can't wait to get out to your – let me see. I got your number here. I don't want you to say your address over the air. So when we wrap up in a few minutes, I'll give you a call back, and we'll get your address and get somebody out there shortly.
Let's do it, man.
Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate the call.
Chuck Knockhand.
Talk to you soon. All right. Look at that.
How about that?
Look at
got
Chuck.
one. You got another one? Take it.
By all means. Why wouldn't you?
By all means.
You want to do this one? Do Hudco Roofing.
No.
This is Matt.
No, you do it.
All right, I'll do it.
You do it. Your phone.
Okay. Hudco Roofing, this is Ryan. How can I help you?
Hey, what's up, Ryan? This is Byron.
Byron, what's happening, my man?
Hey, I just wanted to call to tell you to kick rock.
Oh, hang on, Byron. That's what I was afraid of.
Byron.
If somebody was going to come, I was leery that someone was going to do that, get through, and try to curse. There's always one in every bunch. And that guy called his buddies to be like, hey, listen, I'm about to call Theriot. They can put me on the radio, blah, blah, blah. I guarantee that guy that just made his life.
Well, good for Byron.
Yeah, I guess. Good for him. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm just glad all I said was kick rocks and not something else.
I know. That would have been good.
Anyway. All right, no more. No more.
I'm not.
No more live on air. Okay.
Okay, so
right.
Let's do kick rock.
We got to get to Sharief in a minute, too, because we got to talk about frat names from Alabama.
Okay.
We got the important stuff to get to.
In the last
taking roofing inspection calls, yelling at each other, talking about crypto, whatever, and people filling up garbage bags with gasoline.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay, in the last week, there's been 3 MLB players that have. One had an ankle, Ronald Acuna Jr., stud. Paul, you probably saw that.
He's got 4 ankles.
Rolled his ankle at first base. Okay, he's fine.
You hate to see that.
By the way. And then they had 2 other guys with hip injuries because they were touched first base the wrong way. Okay. So everybody now wants to change the height and size of first base because they're afraid first base is dangerous.
Okay.
Baseball's been around for 130 years.
Yeah.
First base has never been dangerous.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous.
Nah, it's not dangerous. It's the way the game's played. It's the way you're touching the base. Okay, so just don't be an idiot when you run through the base.
Who was the guy, the pitcher that whose knee went? Oh,
yeah.
Come on, help me. Who Muse? Oh.
And it could have done that walking up some steps.
Nah.
Sure, it could have. And pitchers aren't athletes anyway, so
It was
of course.
Tim Hudson. It was Tim Hudson.
Timmy's athletic too. Yeah, he just hit it wrong. I mean, it is what it is. It's part of the game. You know.
Auburn pitching coach.
Yes.
Tim Hudson.
When he walked out to take a picture out, and he was all tatted up. I'm like, he's got edge. All right, so we're not changing the size of first base or the dimensions of first base, and if that's what you want to do, you can kick rocks. Think it's
kick
stupid.
rocks.
Jeannie Buss, co-owner of the Lakers, can kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
recently put out a top 5 Lakers in the history of the organization, most important figures in the Lakers organization. She ranked them as follows: Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, and Magic Johnson, Phil Jackson.
Okay.
She left out one pretty important Laker.
Shaq.
No.
Jerry West.
Jerry West.
Yeah.
14-time NBA All-Star, champion, GM of the team.
Was that in the last 50 years, though? Did West predate that?
That's a good question. She said in the last 50 years. I don't think she said in the last 50 years.
Oh, I thought you said that. She said all time or just in the last 50 years?
All time.
Read it again.
Let's rank the most important figures in Los Angeles Lakers history.
Oh, history. Okay, never mind. Yeah. West was drafted in 1960.
I think he's important.
That was 61 years ago.
Yeah, I think he's definitely more important than Phil. I think Phil's good. Jerry hired Phil. Anyway, she can kick rocks. That's stupid.
Kick rock.
Stupid.
And then the last one, the Heat's, Miami Heat's Udonis Haslem. Been around for a while, kind of journeyman. Hadn't played a whole lot the last 5 years, but the Heat have kept him on the roster. And this year, actually, they're Matty Boy, Matty Ice. Haslem has played a grand total of 0 minutes.
Wow.
So it's their last home series, Miami. So what they do, they put him in. 2 minutes into Haslem's appearance, he scored 2 buckets, grabbed a rebound, and got ejected.
Get your money's worth, Udonis.
I mean, come on,
Get your money's worth, brah. Get it.
His last act in basketball was trying to fight Dwight Howard. Wouldn't go well, and he got ejected. Kick rocks, bro.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
That's what I got.
Brought to you by the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana, Blue Bonnet, Baton Rouge, Ambassador Caffrey, and Lafayette. Online, theantiagingclinics.com is in there today. Of course, hormone replacement therapy. A simple blood test can let you know if you're a candidate. Feel like your younger self. Ideal Protein. So many of you have seen the results that I've gotten. I lost 21 pounds in 7 weeks. Incredible. And I've been able to maintain since I hit my weight loss goal. They can help you through it. It's beach and pool season. Feel confident. Stay healthy. The Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana. Baton Rouge, Lafayette, online. TheAntiAgingClinics.com. TheAntiAgingClinics.com. Sharief, Ishaq. We're talking frat names next.
AFR.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Yo, Jacob Hester here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Center, the place that can be at your convenience during those inconvenient times. I know they've been that for me. I've got 4 boys, right? So sometimes stitches happen, and they have 6 convenient locations, 1 close to you to be able to be convenient for you. Remember, you can also check in online. PatientPlusUC.com is the website. That way you skip the line as well. Patient Plus Urgent Care Center. Get in and get better.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 75.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. The Riot Radio Hour with Ryan Theriot and Matt Moscona, presented by Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge.
One of the worst people in TV with terrible personality is Sharief Ishaq, but he also happens to be an expert on frat names, which is why we invite him on whenever LSU plays Alabama in baseball. Sharief, terrible to talk to you. How are you?
Even worse to talk to you.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
Hey, Sharief, how you doing, buddy?
There you go. All
Great, man. I hope you're better than Matt, as usual.
I'm doing well.
Great.
All right. Well, you know why you're here, right?
Of course, man. A tradition unlike any other.
Yeah. There's no way that I would invite you here to talk about anything related to sports, obviously.
I'd much rather talk about this than sports anyway.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Okay. So here's what we got for you, Sharief. For those that don't know, known Sharief since college. Sharief and I were mass comm students together at LSU. Shared way too many classes together. To see him all the time. I mean, now we're both bald, Sharief. Actually, I'm looking at us side by side on TV. Look at that's uncanny. Look.
Is it bad? Is it that bad for my hairline? I mean, it's been receding.
Hairline? You have I don't see a line.
No, it's been gone, dude.
Where's the line?
On that picture.
It's
I see it. I see
no,
it.
That's just a shadow. That's just a shadow.
No.
Yeah.
It's up there.
All right.
It's gone. It's been gone for 15 years.
That's all right, bro. It's okay. Bald's in now.
Bald is beautiful.
Bald's good.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so here's the deal, Sharief. In the past, we've done different things here where we've asked Sharief to rate the level of frat on some of these names. By the way, Sharief, how did you become such an expert in this space?
I think it started at LSU, man. I mean, I just had a lot of friends in fraternities, and I was like, man, that's just fantastic names. Now, some of those names are more common today.
Yeah.
So, but some people have really stepped up the name game, though.
Who do you think what do you think is a great frat name that's stepped up that you've heard lately?
Do I give you a baseball name from this year, or do I just give you just
any name that you think works out? Yeah,
one that's gone.
Well, I'm going to tell you one right now because it's fantastic, and I wanted to say it whenever they played them. Arkansas, Zebulon Vermillion.
Zebulon Vermillion.
He was named after Zebulon Pike, who found the Pikes Peak in Colorado.
Oh, wow. That is fantastic. Well, and you got the research there as well.
Good.
Now, Sharief, I think we could also confirm, because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you a name, and I want you to tell me, is this an Alabama baseball player or a fictitious frat name?
Oh, I didn't look at their roster, by the way.
And that's I want to point out that I did text Sharief not to look at the roster, so honor code here. And we know Sharief knows nothing about sports, so it's not like he actually knows who plays baseball for Alabama, right?
I honestly have not watched them once this year.
I'm
That's
not
the one
surprised.
team I have not watched.
Sharief, do you even know who the coach at Alabama is?
Nope.
Yep.
No clue.
Jim Wells.
Brad Bohannon. It's Brad Bohannon, by the way. It's not Jim Wells. He's been gone a long time. So so I believe Sharief that he knows nothing about Alabama baseball because I'm not sure Sharief knows the coach at LSU right now.
That's okay.
It's not Skip Bertman, by the way, Sharief.
Oh.
Okay.
It's not Smoke?
Nope, not Smoke either. He got fired a long time ago.
Oh, well.
Yeah, no.
This ought to be good.
All right. Okay, I'm going to give you a name, and you tell me, is this an Alabama baseball player or a fictional fraternity name?
This ought to be good.
Johnston von Springer.
That's gotta be a fictional frat name. No way.
All right.
Good.
Johnston von Springer is actually the nightside reporter at WBRZ Television in Baton Rouge. Hell of a nice guy. Hell of a nice guy, too, by the way.
Killed it at the Duke House back in the day.
Did you have what did you think about that one, Rhino?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that was baseball. It was way too good to be baseball.
Oh, really?
That sounds too prep and proper. That's just too good.
Okay.
The last name tipped it for me.
Von Springer. Okay. All right, Sharief. What about Bogey Lowenstein?
Names are ridiculous. No, that's definitely a frat name.
That is definitely a fictitious name, yes. Bogey Lowenstein was a character in the movie 10 Things I Hate About You. So it was an actual fictitious name there. All right.
He's good.
I'll put another one for you. He is pretty good, right?
Look, he knows
his stuff. Doesn't he know his stuff? I'm telling you, he knows his stuff. All right, Sharief, got another one for you.
All right.
Sims Abney.
Ooh. Sims Abney?
Sims and you know I'll even spell it for you. SIMMS.
Ooh, double M.
Double M on the Sims.
I'll go fictional frat name.
Wow. Sims Abney.
He's unbelievable.
Is an Alabama golfer. How about that? He does exist. He does go to Alabama, but he is not on the Alabama baseball team. Sims Abney is an Alabama golfer.
It's amazing how that's like the only team I have not watched this season, although they're not really the greatest baseball team. So.
Can we turn Sharief up a little bit? Is it all possible? I don't know, his phone just went a little low right there. So I want to make sure.
Come on, Musso.
Yeah, I know. All right. Got another one for you, Sharief. You ready?
Go for it.
All right. Grayson Hitt.
Ooh.
With a last name like Hitt. That isn't a baseball name. I've never heard a baseball name.
That's got to be baseball.
Grayson
Hitt.
Yeah, that's baseball.
That doesn't sound like an Alabama baseball player.
Wait,
no way. Not Bama enough. I don't think it's an Alabama baseball player.
Ooh. For the first time today, Sharie finds himself in the loss column. Grayson Hitt is a freshman left-handed pitcher for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Where's number 10? Where's number 26? He's from Germantown, Tennessee. Grayson Hitt right there. All right. Sharief, sorry to hear that, man. I mean, I really thought you were rolling, but we threw you
a real frat name, man. It's a real frat
we threw you a legitimate one, and you whiffed. Okay.
It's too easy. It's too normal now.
Yeah, you're right. It was really easy. Okay, I got another one for you.
Okay.
Caden Rose. Caden with a C. Caden Rose.
Caden Rose.
Yeah, what do you think?
This is a guess. I'll go yeah. Alabama baseball player.
It is, in fact. Caden Rose is a freshman infielder / outfielder for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Sharief back on track. All right.
Sigma Chi probably too.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You think so?
Drives a Bronco, like whole deal.
Gotta be, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you determine which fraternity that they're in, Sharief? How would you know that?
I'd just say the most absurd one I can think of.
Okay. It actually works. It's crazy.
And it's good.
It's the stupidest part about this whole
He's
thing.
good at it.
Okay. You ready for a few more?
Sure.
Sharief Ishaq from WDSU in New Orleans. Good enough to join us here. And we're playing, is it a Alabama baseball player or a fictional fraternity name? How about Cannon Claybomb?
Oh, gosh, that's baseball.
Cannon Claybomb. What say you, Sharief?
Cannon Claybomb is a beautiful baseball name, but I'm going to say that's not Bama. I'm going to say it's fictional for Bama. Could be on another team. I don't think it's for Bama.
Cannon Claybomb is an Alabama golfer.
Oh.
How about it?
Dude, they got better names.
I know. The golf
team's
team's
good.
got better names than the baseball team.
Look at Claybomb.
Look at Cannon with one N, Canon.
Yeah.
Cannon Claybomb. What if they had spelled Cannon with a K instead of a C? Do you get more frat points for that, Sharief?
Yeah, like it. If they had a Gannon, too, that would be even like...
Gannon's good.
Didn't see a Gannon, unfortunately. No Gannon there. Okay, Sharief, how about one more? You've only missed on one, which is really impressive that you've done this well so far.
The names have been underwhelming in college baseball, but I'm telling you, in the SEC, haven't been that great this year.
Well,
I would have heard them.
Let's see if maybe we can get you one more, perhaps go out with a little bit of a bang here. How about Zane Denton? Got to throw out a Z name, you know that.
Oh, Zane.
Ooh, it sounds
Let's go Bama baseball player. Why not?
He's a Bama baseball player.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Wow.
He's
Sophomore infielder Zane Denton. How about that? Sharief Ishaq.
A double name.
For those
Zane Denton.
For those who doubted his level of frat name expertise.
He's got it.
Let there be no more doubt.
He's a guy.
Sharief Ishaq.
I'm sorry I missed one, guys. Sorry I missed one.
Well, it just means you're not perfect, Sharief. And I mean, we knew that. I mean, already. Far from it.
Got him.
You got to be good at something, and this is something that you're at least good at.
Man, listen, once a year, I enjoy doing this segment. I'm sorry the names have been underwhelming this year. They haven't had many great names. Like I said, Zebulon.
Well, we'll not look forward to talking to you again a year from now when it's something not sports related that you might actually be able to talk somewhat intellectually about.
I doubt that I can talk anything.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not sports. We'll talk to you again next year about frat names when LSU plays Alabama.
Oh yeah, that and like good-looking athletes. I'm good with I'm good with that stuff. Good-looking guy athletes. I did that last time.
Oh, did we do that last time?
Yeah, that's what I said. Jimmy G, and I said Theriot is also dreamy, and then we hung up on that.
He said you were dreamy. What that? Okay, Sharief. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful weekend.
As always, stay healthy.
See you, Sharief.
That is Sharief Ishaq. This is After Further Review. We will do Ask Ryan to wrap up the hour next.
AFR.
You know where I went last Saturday?
Clegg's.
I did. Part of our Mother's Day weekend tradition. Because in our household, it's not just Mother's Day, it's Mother's Day weekend.
Of course.
So we always, on that Saturday, we go to Clegg's, get a whole boatload of flowers and plants and all that sort of stuff. Then we go back to Casa de Scone, and we plant them all, and I can't complain. That's the rule.
No complaining.
Because it's Mother's Day weekend. So we did that last weekend. Knockout rose bushes.
Yeah, what did you plant?
Knockout roses.
Okay. Did you get the thorns? Did you get
a little bit?
Yeah.
But I had gloves on them.
It's worth it.
Dippledenias.
Those are good ones.
Erica loves Dippledenias, and I will give them an endorsement. Dippledenias, they truck through pretty much any kind of weather.
Yeah.
They are survivors, and they are big and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Dippledenias. I'm dead serious about that, by the way. Clegg's Nursery, they've got a great selection. They've also got the Spartan Mosquito Eradicator. You need to get rid of those skeeters around your property. 4 locations around the greater Baton Rouge area. Buy local, shop local at Clegg's Nursery.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Hanging with Annie. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
A certified pre-owned vehicle means that it's been certified by factory-trained technicians. It meets a stringent criteria of over 155-point inspection. We want to make sure that vehicle is mechanically sound and that we have a warranty to back it up. There's no mileage limitation. You can be assured that you're driving a vehicle, you got a good value, you'll get that special financing, those special incentives on certain models, and some of the other amenities that you get with a certified pre-owned vehicle.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
Service Mastery Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Mastery Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Mastery Elite.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. The Riot Radio Hour with Ryan Theriot and Matt Moscona, presented by Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge.
What's going on over at MBOBR?
There's been a bit of a car shortage. I don't know if you knew that.
I did know that, actually.
Computer chips,
Yep,
and,
all
that
the computer
stuff.
chips.
It's not happening over at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Still got inventory, ton of certified pre-owned vehicles. The new car inventory is as good as it's ever been at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Go check them out, mbobr.com online, or the beautiful showroom over there on Airline Highway. Service second to none. 8-time Best of the Best award winners at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Check them out, mbobr.com.
Trying to get in one of those sprinters for vacation this summer.
Get you one, bro.
Trying to. We're trying to rent.
You know,
just
the
to
van
go on
game.
trip. The van game. Well, I'll
has
tell you
changed.
this. Erica had the idea because we're going to Tennessee this summer, and it's not easy to travel with Drew. It's got a lot of stuff. And it's a longer trip than we normally do. So we were looking for something like with more for the trip. And a few years ago, we went to Charlotte, and we flew, and then we got picked up in the whole family. We had a van pick us up so the whole family could ride together to the hotel. We got picked up in one of those Sprinter vans.
Yeah.
And they are spacious and wonderful.
They got them. Mercedes.
The ones like with the big captain's chairs.
Oh, yeah.
They are tricked out and nice and awesome. Stephen Miller asked Big Bad Rye Guy. One, both, or neither. Hosting a regional, Southern Miss, Louisiana Tech.
Neither. Maybe one.
David, ask Ryan, does LSU baseball deserve a spot in the NCAA tournament? Don't consider a reputation.
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, I can't answer that. We'll have to know at the end of the year.
That's why they're not in regional projections. But you got 2 more weeks in the SEC tournament.
They're going to have to get to 13, 14 wins.
Scott Greenbaum, ask Ryan. I just tuned in to TV and have to ask, where are your chairs?
Well, Matt decided that
right here.
Yeah,
Here, Scott.
You want to do chairs today. Energy levels up a little bit more.
I want to stand.
T-Bob destroys the chair.
I stood yesterday.
Matt hates chairs.
Muso played Cyclone. Started dancing. I liked standing. I liked the energy. I was like, I'm going to stand. Yeah. And so I'm standing. What do you think? Do you like standing?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't mind standing. I agree with you on the energy thing, but I like to sit during the break.
Yeah, we sit during the break. Whoops. Ask Ryan. Pick one. LSU sweeps the last 2 series, or football gets to 12 wins.
Oh, man.
That's easy for me.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say football at 12 wins.
Football 12 wins.
Yeah,
Even if LSU baseball sweeps the next 2 weekends, they're not winning a championship.
That's right.
Football gets 12 wins, well, you're in the championship.
Yeah, and it's not like I like one more than the other. It's just, Matt, you're correct.
Ask Ryan. I agree with Ryan. Played in Sulphur in 18-19, drove all the way to Sulphur to play U-High when we could have played them in U-High at 5,000 plus rather than 1,000 attendance. That's not a question.
It's a statement. I like it.
From someone who calls himself the Pirate.
Well, the Pirate's right.
Right.
The Pirate's a guy that's done it before.
You and an anonymous jackleg
the Pirate,
in the
right.
chat. Yeah, nailed it. Good. Why don't you two go have dinner together tonight?
Ryan is right.
Yeah, right. Ask Ryan. First to the Final Four, Mulkey or Wade? It's from Jeff.
Wade.
Oh, you've got to be out of your mind. And I love Will Wade. Don't misunderstand.
Yeah,
I love Will Wade.
I love Kim Mulkey.
Kim Mulkey has won 3 national titles,
I get
and
it.
she's in a sport where it is infinitely easier to get there because there aren't that many good teams.
Bro, we got Efton.
Okay.
Which is a good
What's
name.
your point, F-ton?
That's a
The
good
fact
name,
that everyone
too,
keeps
by
doing
the
the pun, the F-ton.
That's a good
We've got
name.
an F-ton of talent. Zippy's did that. Dickie V's mad because we got an F-ton of talent. So good. That was so good. Ask Ryan. Remington or Winchester? It's from Cliff Nelson. Shout out, Cliff. Which Remington and Winchester?
Guns, gun types. They also make ammunition. Probably Remington. Comparable though.
What did Tilly say?
Answer the phones. What happened? Why are the phones ringing so much?
We did the Hudco thing live on air. The phones blew up.
And he was up on a roof too, I think, because we were getting pictures.
Of what?
Hail damage.
A lot of it?
Yeah. Yeah, this poor guy's roof is all beat up. Not good.
Ask Ryan. Should baseball be in the Olympics?
Yeah. Heck yeah. But they have the, what is it, WBC, right? Yeah, they got the WBC.
Ask Ryan. Dove or duck? So that's hunting?
Duck. Doves they fly too fast. They're hard to hit. And I get aggravated.
Have you ever been dove hunting?
Sure.
I mean quail hunting?
Mm-hmm.
You know what a quail is? You know what a quail is? Wedding Crashers.
Okay, what movie? Wedding Crashers.
Yeah. All right. Just about done here. So next week, our friend Mr. The Ride here returns to his normal spot.
Yep.
From 4 until 6 p.m. Plan accordingly, kids. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. It's After Further Review, brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Hour number 3, staring you straight in the face. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
Wrapping up hour 2, remind you about Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows, doors, siding, Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. There's a lot of benefits to calling Relief Windows. If you install energy-efficient replacement windows, of course, number one, it's going to beautify your home. It's going to look a lot better. It's also going to increase your home's resale value. Remember, you put these energy-efficient windows in that also come with a lifetime warranty on labor, material, and glass breakage. That's a transferable warranty. So when you sell your home, the new homeowner inherits that warranty. Increases your home's resale value. And lower your energy bills. When you make your home more energy efficient, your air isn't going to have to run as much. Your home is going to stay more energy efficient. It's Relief Windows. Learn more about their products. Give Brandon, Holly, and the gang a call. They'll always come by, give you that free estimate. Windows, doors, siding. Check them out online at reliefwindows.com or give them a buzz at 288-8138, 288-8138 for Relief Windows. Windows, doors, siding.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
The 2021 Smoke 'em If You Got 'em fundraiser, presented by Mockler Beverage. Sunday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. at Ben 77 in Perkins Row. Benefiting the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation. With live music, great food, and an amazing atmosphere. Raise money to support local law enforcement and first responders. Tickets are $100. Get yours at the door or smokembr.com. That's smokembr.com.
Can you feel it? Spring is almost here, and if you got a new boat for Christmas or you just want to take your boat to a new level, you want front-to-back boat service, HD displays, live sonar that show the fish before you cast, trolling motors. At Front to Back, they got not one, but two NMEA certified techs for all of your marine electronic needs. How does a brand new speaker system sound? Well, guess what? They do that too. So call 225-928-9644 or go to Front to Back Boat Service.
50 years ago on Easter Sunday, Breck's Baton Rouge Zoo proudly opened our doors, and we've been hopping ever since. 5 decades of connecting people with animals, teaching our community about the problems facing wildlife and how we can help, and working with zoos across the world to protect endangered species. Today, our future is taking flight by stretching the possibilities of what your zoo can become, while we keep it fun and affordable for everyone. Thanks for coming along.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Callahan Injury Lawyers. Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios.
That's right.
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Musso. And Mr. Toby Tom Play. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you are driving home with us. We are inside of 2 hours away from first pitch, LSU, Alabama, game 1 from the box. You can hear it on our sister station, Eagle 98.1. Massive weekend. No way around it. I know we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but if you have the opportunity to go out to the box this weekend and watch some baseball, this team, someone asked the question, in the last hour of Theriot, does this team deserve a regional berth? Not right now. But they still got 6 more conference games to go and the SEC tournament. So that answer could be different. And depending on if they do earn a regional bid, where they get sent, people ask, hey, can they make a run? Depends on where they go. If they get sent to L.A. to face Garrett Cole and Trevor Bauer at UCLA again, no, nobody's making a run against them. If they get sent to Corvallis against that 2018 Oregon State team, no. One of the best teams I've ever seen. If they get sent to Ruston as a 3 seed, I've already seen LSU pound that team twice. I mean, depends where you go and what the draw is. And so, baseball's a funny game. Alabama's first conference game of the year, they beat Arkansas 16-1 and then proceeded to lose that series and start 2-7 in conference play. And now they're 11-12, should be 11-13. They lucked out. Not having to play Vandy thrice. Anyway, we'll talk more about this series coming up at the bottom of the hour. LSU baseball, in 10 minutes, we'll talk to Antonio Daniels, Pels analyst. Pels have 2 regular season games left. They play tonight against Golden State, then they're home against the Lakers for their finale. Antonio Daniels does an awesome job on the broadcast. So we'll talk a little Pels with Antonio Daniels coming up here in about 10 minutes from right now. We'll preview the series at the bottom of this hour. Also a very significant weekend because tomorrow, Kim Mulkey, LSU women's basketball coach Kim Mulkey, is going to be enshrined into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. This is going to be in Connecticut, of course, at the Mohegan Sun there in Connecticut, where the Naismith Hall of Fame is. So the ceremony will be at 4:30. The gala begins at 2:30, and both events will be live on ESPN. So Mulkey will be the 6th coach or player with ties to LSU. She, of course, has not yet coached a game at LSU, but Bob Pettit, Pete Maravich, Sue Gunter, Van Chancellor, and Shaq are the 5 with ties to LSU enshrined, and Mulkey will become the 6th before she ever coaches a game. But she goes as the LSU women's head basketball coach. So congrats to Kim Mulkey, who will be enshrined tomorrow in the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. All right, it is after further review. Glad to have you hanging out with us here right now. Musso has Tigers in the pros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now. Presented by Kentucky's Best Hemp. Find them online at kysbesthemp.com.
Naz Reid, Minnesota Timberwolves, 31 minutes off the bench last night versus the Nuggets. 4 of 9 shooting from the floor, 10 points and 6 boards for Naz. It's been a nice season. Timberwolves aren't really going anywhere, but nice season for Naz overall. They have about 2 games left.
It should have stayed.
Should have stayed in college. What was kid thinking?
He'll never make it.
Nah. Just playing 31 minutes in an NBA game. To the Diamond, Jacoby Jones.
Had he stayed, it would have been 32.
That one whole extra year of college buys you one extra minute?
You're damn right.
Okay. Jacoby Jones, productive night at the plate last night, going 1 for 2. RBI single drove in the second run of the game for the Tigers, but he also walked twice in 2 official plate appearances. He was on base 3 different times. Good night for Jacoby Jones. Also, good night for his teammate, Alex Lang, who, out of the bullpen, recorded his second hold of the season after tossing 2/3 shutout inning of relief. No hits, a walk, no strikeouts, 10 pitches, 5 strikes. Second consecutive scoreless outing there for Alex Lang.
Boy, Langer. What's his season?
It's still over 6. His season ERA is still over 6. He had a couple rough outings mixed in there. One of them was at Fenway, and I don't remember where the other one was.
Let me see. I'll pull it up right here. Alex Lang is... He's 0-1, a 6.35 ERA. He's pitched in 13 games.
They've been running him out there.
13 appearances. He's thrown 11 in the third innings. 16 strikeouts. 16 strikeouts in 11 third. Dude, his whip is 168.
I mean,
not great.
Not great, but yeah, look, man, it's his first experience in the major leagues. I mean, you give him some time, Lang will be good. Cole Henry last night, first professional win. Shout out to Cole Henry. 6 shutout innings of one-hit baseball for the Wilmington Blue Rocks. They beat the Jersey Shore Blue Claws 5-0. No walks, 10 strikeouts for Cole Henry. Ran his record to 1-1 on the season.
He's good.
He's good. Not a bad player.
God, I wish you could have seen him pitch last year.
Yeah, man. If he stays healthy at the next level, he's going to be really, really, really good. Parker Bug made it all the way up to AAA so far. Parker Bug, 2 innings in Game 2 of a doubleheader last night. 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. The run is the first given up on the season for Bug so far. In 3 games, Bug has pitched 5 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.69. Finally, we head back out to the links, the AT&T Byron Nelson, and Sam Burns once again finds himself at the top of the leaderboard, leading the tournament at 15 under par. That's a 1-shot lead through 16 holes. My buddy's at home watching it. He just stuck it on the 17th green, so he's got a birdie putt, a very makeable birdie putt to get to 16 under. Sam Burns get to the weekend with a 36-hole lead. He'll play the weekend trying to win his 2nd consecutive PGA Tour start. The guy is hot right now.
He's 16 under par.
Well, he's about to be most likely. He's 15 under right now through 16 holes. He shot 7 under yesterday. He's currently at 8 under par. They're tearing up TPC Craig Ranch, man. I mean, they're just running through it. Yeah.
What's the record for the lowest 72-hole score
in just
on
like
a PGA Tour event?
Regular PGA Tour event? I'm not sure.
Can you look that up,
that
please?
up.
Because if that pace holds, you'd be looking at, 32 under par, thereabouts for the weekend?
Somewhere.
Chris Ashi just texted the show, Burns made it.
There it is. So now he is at 16 under par.
Shout out to the text line. 225-396-4400. Like, you can legitimately text me during the show. Or anytime.
That's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by KYSBestHemp.com. KYSBestHemp.com. Kentucky's Best Hemp. Check them out online. Use the promo code AFR30 to save 30% off your order. All natural CBD products. Actually, I was talking to Lady Jag today. Our receptionist, Judy. Mama. We call her Mama around here. Gave her some Kentucky's Best Hemp, some of the gummies. My knees were hurting so bad. Like, I believe in that stuff. It's helped so much. Got inflammation? Try something natural. All natural CBD products from Kentucky's Best Hemp. Promo code AFR30 to save 30% off your order. All right, after further review, glad you're hanging out with us here. The Pelicans' penultimate game of the season is tonight. They play the Golden State Warriors. That game is a nationally televised game on ESPN. Pelicans analyst Antonio Daniels of Bally Sports New Orleans is going to join us when we come back, talk a little bit about tonight's game and about the Pellies in general. Little thought on the season as they come down the home stretch here, which will be another season without the postseason. Zion's breakout season, but no postseason. So that's coming up, and we'll preview LSU and Alabama, the weekend series at the bottom of this hour. Glad you're here. It's AFR. Stick around.
AFR.
Brought to you by Insurance Network of Louisiana. Better coverage for less money. And I told you that every single day I get a message, either a text, a tweet, an email, a DM on Twitter, a private message on Instagram, a Facebook message. Matt, what's the name of the insurance company you talk about all the time that saves you money? Got this one today from Jervell Murray, texted the text line. Hey, Matt, what's the name and number of the insurance company you're always talking about? Insurance Network of Louisiana. Better coverage for less money. 293-0450 or lainsurance.net. The guys wrapped up my father-in-law's coverage today. He had been with State Farm for 50 years. 50 years. And recently, State Farm denied one of his claims. He said, I'm done with y'all. I've been paying for 50 years, and you denied my claim. Done. Boom. Called Insurance Network of Louisiana. They saved him money, got him better coverage. They could do the same for you. 293-0450, 293-0450, or lainsurance.net. If you don't remember it, just text me. I'll shoot it back to you. Insurance Network of Louisiana.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
No matter what type of exercise you like to do, let Spectrum Fitness be a part of your exercise routine. Our low monthly rates and variety of choices will keep you moving toward your fitness goals. Come by and check us out today. Spectrum Fitness and Medical Wellness. Live life fit.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
The 2021 Smoke 'em If You Got 'em fundraiser, presented by Mockler Beverage. Sunday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. at Ben 77 in Perkins Row. Benefiting the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation. With live music, great food, and an amazing atmosphere. Raise money to support local law enforcement and first responders. Tickets are $100. Get yours at the door or smokeembr.com. That's smokeembr.com.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
The evaluation of the season is we're 31-39. We didn't make it into the play-in. That's the facts. And then there's a lot of, things good and bad you can talk about, and maybe we'll get into that at the end of the year. But it's both. It's not either or.
Tonight, penultimate game of the season for the New Orleans Pelicans. They'll take on Golden State, 8:30 Central Time tonight. Then they'll wrap it up on Sunday at home in the blender against the Los Angeles Lakers. Antonio Daniels, you've heard him all season long on Bally Sports New Orleans. He's on Twitter at ADaniels33. He's good enough to spend a couple of minutes with us. Antonio, as always, man, thank you so much for the time. How are you?
For sure, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
It's our pleasure. You heard Stan Van Gundy's cut there. Obviously, you've had a chance to talk to him throughout the season. How would you gauge just the general feeling with 2 games to go around the organization where, there was a lot of expectation, obviously, and maybe fell a little short?
Well, I think he articulated that very well, because I get asked that question quite often too. Do you consider this season a success or a failure? And what I've come to understand is there is a gray area. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It doesn't have to be it was an all-out failure or an all-out success, because the fact of the matter is, throughout the course of these now 70 games, there are some good things that you can take away and some things you want to forget about and move on from. But I don't think it's a tough conversation to have, because when you start to talk about the facts of this season, it sounds like you're making excuses as opposed to reality. Mm-hmm. And the reality is you have a completely new coaching staff with new philosophies offensively and defensively. You have 40% of your starting lineup that is new. You have a very young, inexperienced basketball team, and you have a condensed season, a shortened off season, and the condensed season made for no practice time. Again, there's a reason that the Utah Jazz, for the majority of the year, had the best record in the league, because they had no turnover. They lost one guy. Right. So that's the most role-defined team in the league. So if you're not practicing, it's okay, because you're basically picking up where you left off last year. The Pelicans weren't awarded that same opportunity. This is a team that's young, inexperienced, with a brand-new coaching staff that needed practice time. But with the condensed schedule and playing every other day for, in essence, almost 5 months, you didn't really have time to grow that chemistry together.
You came into the league as a top 5 pick, and there's obviously a lot of expectation that's carried when that happens. And then obviously you had highs and lows in your career at team, right? Organizationally, you won a championship, and you were on some teams in Vancouver early that maybe weren't great. As you look at this core, do you draw any comparisons or similarities? You could say, man, I've been through that in my career.
Yes, but the difference is I haven't been in my 13-year career. I made the playoffs 11 of those 13 years. Mm-hmm. So I've never played, and this is the difference with the NBA now as opposed to even back then in 97 when I was drafted. When I was drafted in 97, I was the only rookie on the team. So we were a bad team, but we weren't a really, really young bad team. We had some veterans on that team. So there are certain things I can relate to, and there's certain things I'm not qualified to really I can't reference, because I haven't gone through that. I've never gone through a season like they've gone through this year, as far as a COVID hit season where you're playing every other day. Closest I got in 1999, we had the lockout. We would have 2 or 3 different times throughout that shortened season where we played back to back to back. That's the closest I can come to kind of relating to what guys are going through. But playing every other day for 5 months, the toll that takes on you mentally and physically, I can't imagine.
And another thing that I don't know if you and I have talked about this before, but I know talking to a lot of guys who either played in the NBA or even in Major League Baseball, the travel is another part of that often goes understated about how much that travel takes its toll, especially when you're playing back to back. I mean, does that sound fair as well?
Yeah, but I mean, the travel is something that your body becomes used to. But what you're not used to doing is traveling and then playing the next day constantly. That's the tough part. So in a regular NBA season where you're playing from mid-October to mid-April and you're traveling, sometimes you travel and you have a day off in that city for your body to kind of rest and recover. This travel is completely different because you're traveling and you're playing that next day. So I felt like, on our SiriusXM radio show, I talk about this all the time. I feel like this was the most under-discussed topic and most underrated topic of the season was the schedule. I know for myself, and I'm not even playing, the fact that I have to do my homework and prepare for game after game after game. So when a game is over, I come home, and the next day I'm preparing for the game that's the next day. So it's different. It's different from all aspects. And when you're a young basketball team, when you're a young team and you haven't had the opportunity to really develop chemistry, Stan Van Gundy had the vision of playing Zion at the point. That takes adjusting. That takes practice time to know where he's going to be doubled from. Who's going to do the doubling? Where are you supposed to be as far as offensive spacing is concerned? And this team has not had that time to develop some of the things I think will pay off next year.
Antonio Daniels is with us, of course, reference Sirius XM. He's there on NBA radio, of course, Bally Sport New Orleans, where you can hear him alongside Joel Myers on the call for the Pelicans games. I want to get back to Pels in a second, but keep it big picture. What teams do you think handled the travel and the schedule well this year?
I think, honestly, the teams that handled the travel well was tough to say, but I would look at it as the teams that are the most road-defined as far as the least amount of turnover from last year to this year. Because you can get by without the practice time because the chemistry was already developed last year. So even if you look at it, I'll give you another young team that's a good example. Look at someone like Memphis. The fact that they will be in the playoffs or the play-in this year. How much turnover did Memphis have in the offseason? That's the same exact roster that they had last year with the same coaching staff. You know, I talked earlier in reference to Utah Jazz. Even a team like the Phoenix Suns, who went 8-0 in the bubble, the addition was Chris Paul. The addition was Jay Crowder. That's it. So I think the teams that handled the travel or that handled the schedule, the condensed schedule, and playing every other day was the teams that really didn't, I don't want to say need it like that because everybody needs practice time, but the teams that could get away with having less practice time.
So you mentioned you made the playoffs 11 of your 13 years, played in 80 career playoff games. So obviously you know what that looks and feels like. So when you look at the Pelicans right now, what do they need? What do they need to get to that level?
Okay, I will give you, for me, we have to understand the league that we are watching before us now. It's a star-driven league. There's no more professional sports league that is star-driven as the NBA is. Mm-hmm. One player makes a significant difference. LeBron James is on your team. You are penciled into the NBA Finals. He leaves your team. You're penciled into the NBA lottery. That's how important one guy is. Yeah. The star power is there because you have Zion and you have B.I. This team, I think, needs more than anything shooting. I don't know how many games Joel Myers and I have done, and when the game is over or from quarter to quarter when we're going over stats, we're looking at the difference from the three-point line. The Pelicans are second in the league in points in the paint, and that's fantastic. So if you score 47 points in the paint and your opponent scores 57 points in the paint and your opponent scores 50, that means you're a +7. That's great. But then you look at the three-point line and you're a -13, which is 39 points. That's hard to make up. And there's no more valued skill in the NBA than shooting. There's nothing more valued in today's league than shooting the basketball. Not defense, not rebounding. Nothing is more valued than shooters. Because if you look at the good teams in the league, they are either one, full of firepower, or two, they're built around a guy that handles the ball, and you surround him with guys whose skill set complement his, which is shooters. Look at the Dallas Mavericks. How many guys on the Dallas Mavericks, and I'm referencing them because we just played them, how many guys from the Dallas Mavericks actually need the ball? Or did they surround Luka with shooters like a Tim Hardaway, like a Finney Smith, or guys that catch and finish at the rim like Dwight Powell? You know, Kristaps Porzingis is a shooter. So that's what the league has come to now. Zion and B.I. will need space. That's why I appreciate the work that Lonzo Ball has put into his three-point shot. But you're going to have to put shooting around those guys in a league today that is built solely on pace and space.
I had two more things. Number one, do you like the play-in tournament?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. You know, for me, I know how it feels to be in the last week of the season and be in 11th place or be in 10th place and not playing for anything.
Right.
Guys have sent their cars home if this is regular. Guys have sent their cars home. They have made vacation plans already. You know, their condos are cleared out. They're counting down.
Right.
What the play-in tournament has done is it's giving guys something to play for. Like, think about this last week or two.
Oh, yeah.
Like, today's game is on ESPN.
Look at this game tonight, exactly.
Right. The Golden State game a week ago or 2 weeks ago was picked up by ESPN. One of the teams was in 10th and one of them was in 11th.
Mm-hmm.
What it does is it gives guys something to play for, one, and two, it gives them an opportunity to get a small feel of what it's like to play meaningful basketball toward the end of the season. Because I can guarantee you, these last 5 or 6 games that this team has played, where you're holding on to hope saying, you know what, if they win and this team loses, if the play-in tournament's not there, those thoughts aren't present either.
You're right. I mean, even just tonight, Antonio, I mean, Golden State has something to play for. I mean, being the 8 or the 9 is massively different. If you're the 8 and you win the game against the 7, you're in.
You know what? I will be so surprised. I will be incredibly surprised if we see Golden State at full strength tonight. I would be really surprised if we go out there and Steph Curry plays, or if Andrew Wiggins plays, or even Draymond Green. I will be surprised if those guys play today.
Interesting. Well, we'll find out tonight. Right before you go, the Pels obviously aren't playing for the play-in tournament. There's 2 games left. If you're a Pels fan, give me something to watch. What am I watching for over these next 2 games?
For me, I'm looking at the future. I'm looking at the potential of the young guys. I'm watching the growth. And if you watched and paid attention throughout the course of this season, Jackson Hayes, who he was when this season first started and who he is right now at the end of this season, as far as defensive understanding, offensive positioning, his confidence, stepping out, shooting threes, Kyra Lewis, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and I tell you who made a huge impression on me in a small amount of time. Didi Louzada. If you watch that Dallas Mavericks game, I am a sucker for first impression. And the way that he defended was Drew Holiday-like. I know it was a 20-point game, but him picking up Luka full court constantly, getting Luka frustrated, and guys on offense against him were 0 for 8. As a matter of fact, today, I do a player spotlight for every game. He made such an impression on me after the game that Kyra Lewis had, Jackson Hayes had. I am doing my player spotlight on Didi Louzada and his defensive intensity.
Sweet.
So those are the things I'm paying attention to. I'm paying attention to the small things and the growth that you can carry over from this year into next year.
A draft and stash player, certainly something to look forward to. We'll keep an eye tonight. Antonio Daniels, hey, man, all season long, you and Joel, y'all are awesome to watch. Love your analysis and the energy, and always appreciate a couple of minutes, man. Thank you so much for squeezing it in today.
For sure. Anytime you need me, brother, let me know.
All right, man. We appreciate you. That is Antonio Daniels, of course, SiriusXM NBA Radio and Bally Sports New Orleans. The Pelicans, if you're a Pelicans fan, you really are fortunate. In the most sincere form of the word, like, Joel Myers is a phenomenal, like, A+ play-by-play dude. And Antonio Daniels is a former 4th overall pick. He's got tons of energy on the broadcast. His knowledge is obviously there. And the other thing I love about him on the broadcast, even though he's calling the home broadcast, sometimes, like, you got to be critical when things aren't good, and he'll say it. I mean, they're a great broadcast team, man. So, wasn't a great season for New Orleans, but the games were a lot of fun to watch. Got to see Zion grow up and have an all-star season, earn his first all-star berth, and they were a lot of fun to watch this year, despite the results not being what we kind of hoped they would be. Hopefully, we can say the opposite for LSU baseball. 2 weekends to go, 6 conference games remaining, an opportunity to punch their ticket into a regional. They got to get this series tonight against Alabama, this weekend against Alabama, which starts tonight. We'll give you a first look or a final look at LSU and Alabama when we return. Stick around. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Pluckers, Nicholson, and Bluebonnet. Dine in or carry out. Great place to watch the game tonight or all weekend. LSU is on SEC Network Plus. So if you don't have SEC Network Plus, no worries. Pluckers does. Both locations, Nicholson or Bluebonnet. Remember, if you're getting out to the box and you want a place to eat before you go to the box, swing on into Pluckers. The Nicholson location is right across Nicholson from Aack Box Stadium. So grab a bite there at Pluckers, get on over to the box. Or after the game. Of course, they're open late every night of the week. So watch LSU hopefully beat Alabama. Go celebrate with an ice-cold brew, some of your favorite award-winning jumbo chicken wings. It's at Pluckers. Nicholson, Bluebonnet, dine in, carry out. Make a night of it, man. You have multiple screens going with LSU baseball and the Pels tonight against Golden State. It's at Pluckers. Nicholson, Bluebonnet, dine in or carry out. Remember, at Pluckers, if you don't like our wings, we'll give you the bird.
A certified pre-owned vehicle means that it's been certified by factory-trained technicians. It meets a stringent criteria of over 155-point inspection. We want to make sure that vehicle is mechanically sound and that we have a warranty to back it up. There's no mileage limitation. You can be assured that you're driving a vehicle, you got a good value, you'll get that special financing, those special incentives on certain models, and some of the other amenities that you get with the certified pre-owned vehicle.
Vizzy, the first hard seltzer with antioxidant vitamin C. It just hits different. Vizzy, step up your seltzer game.
Yo, Jacob Hester here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Center, the place that can be at your convenience during those inconvenient times. I know they've been that for me. I've got 4 boys, right? So sometimes stitches happen, and they have 6 convenient locations, one close to you to be able to be convenient for you. Remember, you can also check in online. PatientPlusUC.com is the website. That way you skip the line as well. Patient Plus Urgent Care Center. Get in and get better.
What if you could truly energize your body and mind from the most fundamental level? Your cells. Cellivate is a revolutionary health-aware approach to energy, focus, and mood enhancement, packing everything you need to optimize your mind and body from the inside out. The unique formula combines top-notch cellular energizers, nootropics, herbal extracts, and powerful antioxidants, all in one sugar-free 12-ounce can. Elevate your cells. Cellivate.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Have you been issued a ticket for texting, speeding, or other traffic violations? Have you made a mistake? We all have. You're not a bad person. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Nine. It was a 9 strikeout game for McLeod. Talking in the break.
He's pretty good.
Glad you're hanging out with us here. There is a lineup. Well, it's not been posted, but Muse was very astute here to notice that Chris Blair, the voice of the Tigers, posted a video on his Twitter account, and in the video is a very close up of the of the starting lineups for tonight. And there is a change. Go ahead, Muse, if you would.
Dylan Cruz is going to play center field tonight for LSU. Mitchell Sanford will play right. Gavin Dugas will stay at home and left, and Gio DiGiacomo to the bench.
So they'll bat like this. Morgan, Cruz, Dugas, Doty, Thompson, Sanford, Beloso, Bianco, Milazzo. Okay. I don't hate Dylan Cruz in center. As a matter of fact, I think Dylan Cruz is going to be a center fielder in Major League Baseball. He is your best outfielder. He is your best player. He is fast. He is 100 bajillion% capable of playing center field. And actually, at the beginning of the season, when Gio had his hamstring injury and was out for a while, I was like, just move Cruz to center and leave him there. They tried Drost there, Sanford, and rotate a lot of people, if you remember. But I would have been totally fine having Cruz in center and then allowing the other guys to battle it out for right field. Gio came back, and he's been hot and cold. I mean, look, he had a really good weekend against Arkansas. Not so hot last weekend against Auburn. It's okay. It happens. Baseball, it's up and down. But Gio's out of the lineup. I'm assuming this is just because of the other night. I mean, do you have anything else to add there?
No, that's what I think. And
struggled against Auburn.
Yeah.
I didn't, by the way, I didn't even see, because the Tuesday night game started at 5. We were still in the air. So I didn't even get to see the first 2 innings. So I don't even know what Gio did that caused him to get pulled.
It looked like he got a bad
I know you were
jump.
watching because you weren't paying attention to the show.
I mean, it was a ball he's caught before, and it dropped in front of him. And I think, honestly, he just got a bad jump on it, but he didn't lay out for it. He just let it fall. And then he missed the throw of a base. He didn't make the right throw coming in, and they pulled him.
So Paul pulled him.
I mean.
And this is, listen, as much as we talked about this, whether you agree or disagree, whatever, Paul is unconventional. He has been his entire career. He's won a championship. He's been Omaha 5 times, a national runner-up. He's won more games than any active coach in college baseball. A lot of this makes me go, huh? But it's worked for him for a long time. Okay. I don't understand being reactionary to a Tuesday night game where you didn't even start your catcher because you just gave him the day off. And then, but you want to get people's attention? Understand the urgency here? Paul plays hunches. You know when that worked? In Game 3 of the National Championship Series when he started Sean Ochinko at first base. That worked out okay. He does it. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. He started Drost in Game 3 last weekend, over 3 with 3 strikeouts. He came up snake eyes. Okay, it happens. This is a massive series. It's a big gamble. Let's see if it pays off. So you get, so again, Morgan, Cruz, Dugas, Doty, Thompson, Sanford, Beloso, Bianco, Milazzo. I have no problem with Dylan Cruz playing center. I think it'll be great. I think that's where he's going to play at the next level. Sanford in right. Look, he's a left-handed bat, so whatever. Sanford's hit well. He's hitting 286. Mushu told me the SEC split is 316. All right, so 316 in conference play. I mean, that's sort of like what Drew Bianco has done. Strikeouts are high, but when he's put the ball in play, he's had some success. Bianco's in that 285 range in conference play as well, although for the season, he's batting, he's up to 239 now. He's had a resurgence since the Ole Miss series, so good on him. But for the season, Mitchell Sanford has 17 strikeouts in 54 at-bats. I mean, he strikes out a third of his at-bats. That's tough. The flip side of that argument is the guy you're facing tonight is not a strikeout pitcher. So that's going to go one of two ways. Either he's going to get his strikeouts against Sanford, or Sanford's got a better opportunity to put the ball in play, and when he has, things have gone well for him. So I don't hate it. I don't hate putting Sanford in the lineup. It is kind of perplexing because last Friday when we were sitting here and we got the lineup, it was the first time, or second time. Didn't we decide it was the second time all season?
Yeah.
That they had the same lineup, same order, back-to-back in consecutive games. I think, was it the Vanderbilt?
It was Vandy 1 and 2. Vandy against Leiter and Rocker.
The only and they had Safford. Will Safford was in the lineup. Yeah. So this is only the second time all season that they had gone same lineup back to back last weekend, and now it's a complete turnover after losing game 3, and then you win the midweek game, but a lot of turnover in that lineup. Paul's playing a hunch. We'll see. I think mostly tonight what I'll be very interested in is, and I do think, by the way, when you look at this Alabama squad, Auburn we knew didn't pitch it very well, but we knew they could hit, especially in that park. South Carolina was similar, if you remember. This is a team that is Alabama that isn't great at either. Their team batting average is 273. That's 11th in the league. So in the bottom half of the league in team batting average. And their staff ERA is 4.45, which is 9th in the league. So you don't really have dominant arms, and they don't really have a lineup that terrifies you. But it's probably something that a lot of teams say similarly about LSU when they face them. I mean, these two teams are very similar in that respect. I do love that LSU is at home in this series. Tyler Ross, who's getting the ball tonight for Alabama, is a junior righty. Only 42 strikeouts on the season. By comparison, Landon Marceau has 91 strikeouts on the season in only 10 more innings pitched. He's got 50 more strikeouts and only 10 more innings. And I don't know that you would look at Marceau and define him like as a power strikeout guy, but he certainly has piled up those numbers this year. This is a great opportunity for LSU at home against a pitcher that's not a strikeout pitcher, and that's really when LSU has struggled, is when they haven't been able to put the ball in play. Tomorrow, when you face Dylan Smith, that's a little bit of a different story, which is odd because he's 1-6 on the season. They haven't given him tremendous support, but he's got 93 strikeouts in 70 innings pitched. I mean, his numbers are actually right on par with Marceau's. They look very similar. But this is just an incredible opportunity for LSU to go out in these final 2 weekends and win a couple of series and punch your ticket into regional play. I do believe, by the way, just like Florida 2 years ago at 13-17, which lost its first game in the SEC tournament and got into regionals, I do believe that this LSU team with an RPI around 20 at 13-17 is getting in. If they can say they won their last 3 series and 4 of their last 5 series after the way they started, got to 13-17, have an RPI around 20, you're going to look at the strength of schedule, which is going to be in the top 10. I think that team's getting in. So win these 2 series. If LSU loses a home series to Alabama this weekend, it's done. I don't care if you go sweep Texas A&M. You can't lose this series at home to this team, which the committee is going to be comparing your resumes side by side come selection Sunday or Monday, I guess, after the tournaments. So it's just critical. There's no other way to say it. I think Paul Maneri's taking a big gamble, changing the lineup the way he is, but giving Mitchell Sanford a shot to go make it happen, see if he can do it. All right, it's after further review. First pitch, again, coming up an hour and 15 minutes from right now. We're brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center, WilliamsonEYE.com, 924-2020, 924-2020, or WilliamsonEYE.com. Of course, you can always go get that free consultation, no matter your refractive issue. Dr. Blake Williamson, they have a procedure for you. If it's PRK, if it's LASIK, if it's a lens replacement procedure, go check it out. The Williamson Eye Center. Go for that free consultation. Give yourself the gift of sight. I'm traveling this week. The greatest. I'm traveling this week. I'm going to Houston tomorrow for the UFC fights for UFC 262. I don't have to pack contacts or contact solution or glasses or contact case or any of the stuff that you'd always have to be mindful of. Just wake up and I can see. It's a beautiful thing. Williamson Eye Center gave me that gift. They can do it for you as well. WilliamsonEYE.com. WilliamsonEYE.com. All right, it is after further review. We got one segment left. We'll wrap up with a little Ask Us and what we learned. You want to get a question in, fire away. You can tweet us at Matt Moscona at 1045ESPN. Jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat. Thank you, Juice. Or you can text the show in the 225-396-4400, 396-4400. That's how you can text the show. It is a Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. We'll wrap it up next.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by the Baton Rouge General Hospital, brgeneral.org, where I've mentioned so many times that they're part of the Mayo Clinic Care Network. And the Mayo Clinic is, for those that don't know, one of the foremost medical centers in the world. It's in Minnesota. And what they have done is created a network of hospitals around the country. It's exclusivity in different markets, whereby that local hospital, that local healthcare provider, they have access to the experts at the Mayo Clinic with clinical collaboration, access to their world-renowned research, and that's at no extra cost to you. It's another way the Baton Rouge General Hospital is expanding healthcare in our area. Learn more online at brgeneral.org. brgeneral.org.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
To the heroes who are working tirelessly to care for our communities, we thank you. We will never forget the countless hours you dedicated on the front lines, choosing to risk your own health to fight for our friends, neighbors, and family members.
I mean, you guys are out on the front lines fighting it.
We are grateful for your heroic acts and unwavering spirit. Together, we are overcoming this adversity and make our state healthier and more vibrant again. Ochsner Health.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
The 2021 Smoke 'em If You Got 'em fundraiser, presented by Mockler Beverage. Sunday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. at Ben 77 in Perkins Row. Benefiting the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation. With live music, great food, and an amazing atmosphere. Raise money to support local law enforcement and first responders. Tickets are $100. Get yours at the door or smokembr.com. That's smokembr.com.
Can you feel it? Spring is almost here, and if you got a new boat for Christmas or you just want to take your boat to a new level, you want front-to-back boat service, HD displays, live sonar that show the fish before you cast, trolling motors. At Front to Back, they got not one, but two NMEA certified techs for all of your marine electronic needs. How does a brand new speaker system sound? Well, guess what? They do that too. So call 225-928-9644 or go to Front to Back Boat Service.
Have you been arrested for DUI or other traffic violations? Have you made a mistake? We all have. You're not a bad person. Call the law offices.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, down the stretch, we come wrapping up a Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. In Town Center, get on by, stock your stash. Awesome people over at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Great place to hang out. The Don Juan Cigar Company right next door to the bar where they have top shelf liquor, all your cocktails, TVs, comfortable seating, and of course, you can enjoy a fine premium cigar. It is Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. Kevin Spencer said, has Ryan ever been to the Theriot Crochet family reunion? Maybe Kevin's not listening.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Could you? I was zoned out for a moment there.
Thanks, Moose. He said, has Ryan ever been to the Theriot Crochet family reunion? Maybe he doesn't realize Terrio's not on the show right now.
That's next week. It goes to 4 to 6.
Yeah. During high school baseball season with young Houston Theriot playing for the Dunham Tigers, Ryan was here from 3 to 5 so he could get to Houston's game. But he's not here. He literally hasn't been here for the last 52 minutes. Okay. Hey, Muse, you got that golf factoid that I was asking about earlier?
I do.
What did Sam Burns finish
Well,
today?
he shot 62, so he's at 17 under par. 3-shot lead.
Oh, so
on
he
the
birdied 18 also.
He did.
Oh.
Par 5. 36-hole lead for Sam Burns.
Wow.
Going for his second straight PGA Tour win.
So put this into perspective for people. So he's played 2 days. He's 17 under par.
Combined, yeah.
With 36 holes to go. So I asked Musso, what's the PGA Tour record for the lowest 72-hole score? Because at this pace, Burns would be at 34 under par. And obviously 2 days to go. But 34 under par has to be somewhere in the ballpark.
And what I found on a par 72 course like they're playing this week, it's 33 under par.
Okay.
Steve Stricker in 2009.
Wow. I mean, no pressure or anything, kid, but like that would feel like it's in play.
That's a lot.
Going into the weekend. I mean, it's in play.
It's in play.
Going into the weekend. I'm not saying it's a certainty, obviously, but get to the 56-hole mark, and if you're still in that neighborhood,
can make for a very interesting Sunday.
He's 20. He's 20. If he's beyond 20,
yeah,
under par going into Sunday, feeling a little bit.
I say you should just throw caution to the wind and shoot 59 tomorrow on Saturday, and just do it.
I'd love to see it, man. All right. Comment in the chat said, "Ask Us companion show tonight." Are we feeling it? Paul, thanks for showing up last week.
Yo,
by the way,
thanks, Paul.
Anytime.
That's actually not true, Paul.
A lot of great insight from Paul last week.
Paul didn't show up, so you can't say anytime. It's a lie. Basically, no time. I fired up a companion show for my own YouTube channel. It's a Matt Moscona YouTube channel. Don't have that. We don't have it cleared through Guarantee to do stuff on the Guarantee channel. So I mean, I guess I could run that up the flagpole. I just figured, what the hell, I'll fire it up. Did it via Zoom. We brought on Musso and Hunt, and Cartwright showed up, and Patrick Coogan. I think Kristen Mui was in there for a hot minute. Thank you. Theriot showed up for a while. So I guess we can do that again. I'm all for it. Moose, you're going to be at the game.
I'll be at the game.
You want to join us from the third baseline for a minute?
I don't know.
Maybe just a minute?
Maybe.
Just a minute?
We'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to hear y'all. That's the thing. I don't have my AirPods, so.
Bring your headphones.
I don't have
those headphones.
Well, these don't fit those. The iPhone jack. That's why you have. Yeah, that's why you have AirPods. But I don't have my AirPods with me.
Jerk Apple people. Ask Us. Oh, I can't ask that one. That's not. Come on. It's just very impolite and rude, etc.
All of the above.
I know. It's pretty funny, though. It's the kind of thing that you'd ask when you're in just the company of your friends, sort of thing. All right, Moose, what do you think about the weekend, man?
I think Tigers get 2 out of 3. If you can hold Mikael Hilliard to Sunday, you have a decided advantage in that TBA matchup there. So
Kevin Spencer replied, he's like, I'm watching on DVR. Sorry, just caught up. I'm just teasing you, Kevin, but thank you. All right, Muse, what'd you learn?
Theriot wants the schools to make the money.
Paulie.
Sharief, Ishaq, an expert in frat boy names.
You didn't know that before?
What did
You've been on the show before to do it.
What did you learn, Matt?
Crypto. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday at 3.
AFR.
Brought to you by Michelli Weighing and Measurement. Michelli.com. Michelli.com. Y'all check them out. You know where to find it. Michelli.com. Get all them vowels right. Michelli. Michelli.com. I've mentioned to you before that Michelli is the largest distributor of scales in the country with 29 offices in 11 different states. If you go to a lot of people obviously watch on CST or you listen in various parts of the country. If you work in an industry where you weigh or measure something They sell, rent, or service the products you use to weigh and measure. Go to the top of the homepage. You'll see Find Your Nearest Location. You'll tap that right there, and you'll see the map of the U.S., and you can find the location nearest you. Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Texas, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Arizona, 6 locations in California. Michelli.com. Michelli Weighing and Measurement. Michelli.com.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Have you been arrested for DUI or other traffic violations? Have you made a mistake? We all have. You're not a bad person. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown at 225-343-1111 or connect with us online at ocbrown.com.
At Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA, $2,000 can get you into a new Camry for $299 per month. That's $299 per month. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care.